Round one, fight!
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Tournament Fights. This is episode number 38. We are continuing our Oscar Best Picture nominee series that we've been doing. This is going to be years 2003 to 2012. So basically, how it works is we have a tournament of 64. So we did the most recent 64 last time. Then we just counted back 64 more to get to 2003. We've got a couple play-in matches that we're going to bring up. There's, I think, actually 68, just so we didn't leave a couple of from 2003 hanging there. But this should be a fun time to talk about all the movies that were nominated for Best Pictures from those years. And also, for anyone who's been following me on social media, just bear with me. I ended up getting sick. You might be able to see me at the very end of our show last Tuesday. It hit me hard and fast, and so I have been sick all week. So I'm going to try to keep the energy up. I'm actually feeling for the most part, better, but I'm not 100% there. So that's why I have these wonderful people that I'm going to bring up in a minute to help keep up the energy, help keep me in line. So if I forget the order of things, if I forget what the votes are at, that's why I have a co-host tonight, and I appreciate him a lot. So without further ado, I will bring him up. Introducing first my co-host for tonight, Austin Pez Howell.
Don't worry, sir. I will keep things in check. I will keep things moving. I will keep the orders correct. I got you, sir. I got this down. You just worry about running that bracket. I'll take care of everything else.
Yeah, and also I'm also heavily medicated, so I can get through this. So. but this is my happy place, though. Whenever I can, I always want to bring you guys a quality show. So I'm always going to try to put these out and be consistent so we don't miss a week. And something that I enjoy doing. This isn't something I have to strain myself to do. I actually love doing this stuff. So I'm excited to talk about these movies. So we'll go ahead and we'll introduce the rest of our panel for tonight. We also have Steve Mesa in the house. How's it going?
I'm doing very well. Oscars are a little bit of my forte, and based on the number of movies that we're ranking, I've basically seen all of them. So I think
nice.
I think I'm a good choice in terms of seeing which movies I'll ask the others. So
Nice. Well, you did a lot better than me because I planned to watch about 7 or 8 of them this week. I only got to 3 because on top of getting sick, I also had one of my busiest work weeks of the week, and I still had to go into work, so that was fun. But I got 2 COVID tests that were both negative, so it's not COVID for anyone out there that may be curious about that. It's not. So, but anyways, we also have a returning guest that's frequent on the show, Jordan Owens. How's it going?
Hello there. For your consideration, me, Jordan Owens.
That's right. Yeah. Absolutely. And we also have Chadwick in the house. How's it going?
Hey, it's going great. I actually host my own little Oscar show somewhere else. I'll plug it later with my buddy Dylan Randazzo. Unfortunately, I haven't seen all of these, but I've seen a good amount. And the purpose for our show is that I'm trying to work my way to seeing all of them. So.
Nope, you can't be on the show. If you haven't seen all of them, we got to.
If you haven't seen every single one of them, we have to boot you off. Sorry about that. Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. We don't care about any of that stuff. It's we only have so much time in the day. People have a life. I mean, we'll try to watch as many as we can, but if you don't get
there's a lot of great non-Oscar movies out there. So.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. So, but yeah, we'll just go ahead and we'll jump into things. Austin, do you want to kind of break it down how it's gonna work tonight?
Yeah, so we've got, like Jordan said, we've got the last batch of 2003 to 2012 Best Picture nominees. It's a little more than 64. So what we'll be doing here in a second is bringing up two of our, we're calling them play-in matches. So we'll have two quick play-in matches to see which couple of movies make the actual bracket. And then once we get to the bracket, we've got the 64. They're in a March Madness style bracket. So we're going to work our way through and vote until we get a winner. So how we kind of works, we'll go up and down the ladder. Each time everybody will take about 20, 30 seconds, not too long. Just give us a quick thought and a quick vote on each match because we've got a lot to get to. Basically, the length of the show depends on the panel and it depends on how fast we go. So, we've had ones that go, 2.5 hours, and we've had some ones that go 4 hours. So, it's all depending on us. But we got 5 people here tonight, so we shouldn't have any issues with tiebreakers or anything like that. And basically, just you can vote for any reason at all whatsoever. Even if you haven't seen the movie, we need your vote, so you can just vote on which one is more intriguing to you, or which ones you've heard more things about, or which ones you like the actors in, or what have you. Any reason at all. You can vote out of spite if something gets knocked out that you loved the previous round. It doesn't matter. Vote for any reason whatsoever. We just need your vote, and we'll see which ones get the winner. And our Elite 8, once you get down to the Elite 8, will be in the poll tomorrow in the Schmodown Friends and Family Facebook group, so everybody can vote on their favorites out of that Elite 8. So that's kind of how it's going to work.
Yeah. And I'm going to bring up the graphics here for our 3-way play-in match we're going to be voting on first. And I'm just going to call on you and tell you when it's your turn to vote. But it's going to be in the same order as how it's going to appear. Once I actually bring the bracket up, there'll be like a little ladder that we always follow when we go up the ladder. And so I'll just call on you on that order. We just won't be in that format yet until I bring the actual bracket up. But we'll start with our play-in matches. So the first 3-way play-in match we have, I'll bring it up here. We have, boom. So we have Mystic River versus Master and Commander, The Far Side of the World, and versus Seabiscuit. So we'll start first up with Chad. You'll be the first one to vote. So out of these 3, which one would you vote to advance?
So I gotta admit here, the only one I've seen is Mystic River, but I do really want to see the other 2, and I think Mystic River is a fantastic film. So Mystic River for the win.
Okay,
yeah, sounds good. Jordan, what do you think? What are you gonna go for?
I'm going to follow that up. I'm going to also go for Mystic River. Really great cast, some great moments in it, as far as acting wise. Good Clint Eastwood movie that he's not in. So Mystic River.
Nice. Steve, which one did you vote for?
I mean, I definitely would have to go with Mystic River. This one is the most memorable out of these 3 here. I mean, great performances from Penn and Robin. Both got Oscars that year, and it's top tier Eastwood.
Yeah, absolutely. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, Master Commander is not as good as I want it to be every time I go back to it, and Seabiscuit is fine. It's good, but Mr. River is, I agree, it's one of Eastwood's best that he's done, especially in the last 20 years. So I vote for Mr. River as well.
Yeah, well, funny enough, so I've seen Mr. River.
You haven't seen any of these?
No, I've seen. Sorry, I misspoke there because I'm on some medication here. But Master and Commander, I've seen Seabiscuit. I have not seen Mystic River. That's the only one that I haven't seen. But the funny thing is, I went and saw Master and Commander, and I hated it. I actually walked out of the theater. I thought it was boring as hell. Like I could not take it anymore. I actually went and saw like a really low budget movie that was playing at the time, The House of Sand and Fog. I walked into that movie instead, and that movie wasn't really that great either. But
That's a sad movie.
Yeah, right. So I'm not going to vote for that one. And then Seabiscuit was just okay at best for me. So I'm actually going to vote for the one I haven't seen. That's the one that intrigues me the most. I'm going to vote for Mystic River because I really want to see it. I just haven't had time to watch it. So.
Despite the West having 3 movies here, Mystic River gets a clean sweep and is going to go into the tournament. So rightfully so.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we have one other 3-way play-in match that I'll bring up here. Right there. So
there you
go.
Wow.
It's going to be a lot tougher because we have Lost in Translation
Yeah.
versus Lord of the Rings and Return of the King versus $1 Million Baby. So
Oh.
yeah, this
Oh my God.
not easy. But
Wow.
this time we'll start with Mr. Jordan Owens. What do you
Man,
gonna go for?
that first one, kind of like Steve said, Mystic River kind of stood out the most. It was most memorable. It seemed semi-easy-ish to me. This one's a little harder because such drastically different movies that are all really well done in their own rights. For me, though, I'll sway towards Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. Great final chapter. Very not often do you see movies like this even get nominated, let alone a sequel, let alone an action adventure sequel of fantasy. So I'll go with Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, sounds good. Steve, what do you think?
Oh my God, this is a tough matchup. Jesus Christ. I feel like I know where this is going. So instead of me being predictable how I want to go, I am actually going to go for Lost in Translation. This is Bill Murray's best role to date, and it has also Scarlett Johansson delivering great performance. Sofia Coppola's breakthrough as a filmmaker, and yeah. So I personally like Lost in Translation, even though I would typically go with Lord of the Rings. So I'm gonna go with Lost in Translation with this one.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, Austin, what?
Yeah, Lost in Translation's all right. I'm not over the moon about it. I feel like we see Lord of the Rings: Return of the King in a lot of these tournaments. So just for a difference sake, I'm going to go with the other Eastwood movie. I'm going to go $1 Million Baby.
Nice.
Yeah, and just as you're saying that, you kind of bring up a good point. Like, we see a lot of Lord of the Rings in this thing, and like, although I'm tempted to vote for it because I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, like $1 Million Baby is great. Like, actually, I love this movie. Like, it's one of the like best directed Clint Eastwood movies. Like, it's just really, really solid. And I've not seen Lost in Translation, so just to kind of switch it up a little bit, I think I'll vote $1 Million Baby. Yeah. So
Okay.
but
go to
Chad.
Yeah. So I think these three are three great films. I could make this some sort of tiebreaker thing going on right here. But the thing about it is, when you first brought it up, I was like, I'm probably gonna go Lord of the Rings, even though $1 Million Baby is my favorite. But since it's one of those where I can easily just let $1 Million Baby win, I'm going to, because I feel like there's gonna be two other chances for Lord of the Rings. So,
all right,
actually,
sounds good.
No, there won't be. Actually,
there won't be, not in this tournament. In the next tournament, will.
Not this tournament.
Never mind.
Yeah,
next $1 Million Baby.
yeah, sounds good. So.
All right. Well, $1 Million Baby's still going to take it 3 to 1 to 1. So $1 Million Baby, Eastwood will also make it in with that one.
Yes, we have Mystic River from the first playing match, and then $1 Million Baby from this match. So while I add these really quick to the tournament.
So just to make it interesting, had Chadwick gone Lord of the Rings, we would have gone to Mesa, who didn't vote for either one of those, and we've gotten his vote. Where would you have gone, Mesa, hypothetically, if you had to be the tiebreaker vote there, since you didn't vote for either Lord of the Rings or $1 Million Baby? Which would you have gone with, just hypothetically?
Jesus, I probably go. You know what? I would probably go with $1 Million Baby. So that would have been my second choice.
There you go. So $1 Million Baby might have made it anyways.
Eastwood bunch here.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. There you go. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So $1 Million Baby makes it into the tournament.
Yeah. So I'm just waiting for this to load here over on the tournament side, and it'll take about a minute or something to load. So, but I think for this overall series, though, we're going to end up going, I think, about 4 different episodes. So we'll be going back through the 80s, maybe a little into the 70s too. So
we got to figure out like a good place to stop, because it gets to a point where we'll get to like a series where not many of the movies have been seen overall. So we got to stop at a somewhat popular, so maybe sometime in the 70s or late 60s, kind of when.
Go for Oscar winners. I'm just saying, Oscar winners of certain. Instead of going nominees, we go Oscar winners, and then we break that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you also go like really early, like you could always get like somebody like Jeremy Adams or somebody who like knows a lot of like classic films.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's not a bad idea. Make it to just if we did like just the 64 Best Picture winners from the first Oscars all the way up to like 80 or whatever, 80, 85, whatever it is, and work our way back and then just do that, and then everybody could just focus on filling in some gaps on Best Picture winners. So you'd have to go watch, The Greatest Show on Earth, or some of these movies, Wings, things like that.
But now, based on the votes from the play-in match, we now have this matchup here: Mr. River
So
versus
Eastwood versus
Baby.
Eastwood. So now we got to pick one or the other.
Yeah.
All right.
So, and we're gonna we started at the bottom of how it would have showed up already. So this round we're gonna throw it over to Steve Mesa, and
damn it.
You'll be up first. So what do you want to vote for here?
Yeah, Eastwood versus Eastwood. This is quite a matchup. It's like almost like a little bit of a spaghetti western face-off here going on here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with, I think, the better film in my opinion, $1 Million Baby. It's feels like an atypical sports movie, but it takes a really hard left turn in the climax right there, and it just turns into a really heart-wrenching drama. Great performances all around from Swank, Freeman, Clint Eastwood. If Eastwood was nominated for best, I don't know if he was nominated for best actor, but I think I know Swank and Freeman definitely deserve those Oscar wins there, and all the accolades definitely well deserved for $1 Million Baby. So I'm picking $1 Million Baby.
Yeah, sounds good.
I'm gonna go the same way. I'm a little more passionate about $1 Million Baby than Mr. River, and it's the one I've seen just a few more times than that. So I'll stick with $1 Million Baby on this one as well.
That sounds good. For me, probably, yeah. I haven't seen Mr. River, but it's one that I'm actually really intrigued to see. Like, it's in my next 3 I would have watched if I would have had time to watch some of these movies. But because I haven't seen it, I got to go $1 Million Baby. Chad? What do you think?
Yeah, these two films are actually very, very equal for me. They're very different, but if I had to pick a favorite out of the two, it would definitely be $1 Million Baby, just because of what you guys were saying about just hits you really hard in the end. And I just I really love the performances. Yeah.
Okay. Owens.
Good.
I'll show some love to Mystic River just so it's not shut out. I love you, Mystic River.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. But $1 Million Baby is going to hang in there and takes out Mr. River.
Yeah.
So, all right.
She got a 1,000,000-to-1 shot, and she made it. So, all right. Yeah. All right. Well, up next we got Inception going up against Michael Clayton. Maybe some tough matches with having all these these Oscar nominees in here, but
all right.
But Austin, you'll be up first. So.
Yeah, and it's funny enough, I just watched Michael Clayton 3 days ago. That's when I missed when it came out, and I missed for a while, but it was on HBO Max, so I checked it out. I liked it. Clooney's good. He was kind of on fire in the late 2000s, a lot of good performances, but it's no Inception, so I go Inception. It was fun, but it's no Inception.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I actually haven't seen Michael Clayton, but it's one I just watched a different George Clooney movie that's on this list, so that we'll probably talk about in a minute. But I haven't seen this one, and I have seen Inception, and Inception's freaking awesome. One of those movies that actually makes you want to watch it multiple times because you're like, "What the crap did I just watch?" And you're like trying to piece all the little like bits and pieces together to try to understand it. So yeah, I think that I got to go with Inception. Yeah. Chad, what do you think?
I think these two films are some of the best films I've ever seen. Michael Clayton has one of the most satisfying, greatest endings I've ever seen in film. But then again, Inception is, what else can you say about it? It's practical effects and just done so well. But since I feel like Michael Clayton is going to get dwarfed by Inception, I'm just going to vote Michael Clayton.
Sure, yeah. You can give it a little love. Jordan?
Yeah, Michael Clayton really is good. It's one actually I wouldn't mind rewatching. I haven't seen it in a bit. Tom Wilkinson's great in it as well. But yeah, if I just got to listen to my heart and go with Inception. It was a real treat first time. It is a repeatable film, and it looks great. I got to go with Inception.
Yeah, sounds good.
Mesa.
I'm going with my boy Nolan, baby. Inception all the way.
Told you.
Yep. Yeah,
All right.
pretty easy win, but a couple of votes for Michael Clayton.
But check out Michael Clayton if you haven't. It's on HBO Max right now. Give it a watch. It's really good. Yeah, I recommend it.
So next we got some Danny
Also,
Boyle.
Tilda Swinton's amazing in that as well.
Yeah, Tom Wilkinson is a madman in that movie. He's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely it's a standout for him.
Yeah.
All right.
We got 127 hours going up against Brokeback Mountain. So
okay.
And
all right, Jordan.
I believe I'm up first.
Anderson.
Well, like Brokeback Mountain isn't one that I'm really rushing out to go see. I don't know if it's really even my cup of tea. But you never know though. Like movies like that, end up surprising you sometimes. And like both of those actors, they're powerhouses. I mean, but I mean, in 127 hours, like it's good. I wouldn't really say great for me. Like I just think that like it's the movie that kind of keeps you on the edge of your seat, even though it's just a guy trapped under a rock for 2 hours. But I mean, but it's a crazy story. And if you ever seen the documentary too, the documentary kind of dives a little deeper into the guy's thoughts and like everything that he actually went through. So I think that I'm going to go with 127 hours here. Chad?
Yeah, so I absolutely adore both of these as well. 127 hours, like I was surprised that they were able to keep you like intrigued for as long as they did, just like you said, with just a guy trapped, and it's just one of the greatest watches or whatever. But Brokeback Mountain though is like one of the greatest love stories I've ever seen. I adore both of those actors, especially Jake Gyllenhaal. And just like there's like a scene towards the end just with a coat or a shirt, and that's just like one of the most like emotional scenes ever. And so I have to go Brokeback Mountain. It was a travesty that was beaten by Crash. Travesty.
Yeah. Why can't I quit you? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Jordan, what do you think?
Yeah, there's another tight one for me. I guess I'll sway a little bit more towards 127 hours, kind of as has been said. Like it really knows how to grip you for what is, really one shot or one location movie, but it keeps you intrigued. I mean, I don't really know if I want to champion James Franco anymore, but he is really good in this. Danny Boyle knows how to shoot it, so 127 hours.
Yeah, sounds good. Steve?
I think this Brokeback Mountain is a cinematic masterpiece. It's well directed by Ang Lee, who rightfully deserved that Oscar. Great performance from Heath Ledger, Jake Gyllenhaal, Anne Hathaway, Michelle Williams. You also have Randy Quaid in there. I mean, this is it's one of the best romances of probably the 21st, one of the best romantic movies of the 21st century, even though it does gear in the more tragic end, but it's very beautifully told. Amazing shot, great script, great acting. Brokeback Mountain for me all the way.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin, what do you think?
And you know what? Chad made a good point. I'm going to give my vote to the movie that should have won over Crash that year. I'm going to give it to Brokeback Mountain.
Hell yeah.
Should have won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, when we talk about Crash, we'll see it here at some point in this tournament.
Yeah, right.
We'll talk about it. It might depend on what it's up against. We'll see. But we'll see. Yeah.
They're all the nominees, so yeah. But up next we have The Fighter going up against Toy Story 3.
Ooh. That's a close one. All right. Chad, back down to you, sir. First.
Okay, look, I still unfortunately haven't seen The Fighter. I bought it on Steelbook and I just still haven't actually watched it. But I mean, dude, like Toy Story 3, like I got the toys behind me. Toy Story 3 is one of the greatest animated films ever made. So Toy Story 3. Easily.
Yeah, sounds good. Jordan,
first of all, Chad, crack open that Steelbook because The Fighter is really good. Great performance here by everybody in it, man. Don't forget about Amy Adams as well, of course, Bale and Wahlberg. This is a tough one, man, because this is probably my favorite Toy Story, and I like every Toy Story. I'm gonna go fighter just to keep it interesting.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right,
Steve,
Steve.
what do you think?
Guys, this is a kids movie that's basically a prison movie featuring Ned Beatty as a warden bear.
Yeah,
I
Mhm.
mean,
true.
enough said. Toy Story, baby.
Yeah, I've never heard it described like that. That's a good way to think about
Well, no, and I'll back up Steve on that because there's references to Cool Hand Luke in this movie where Buzz is going around going, next man, caught, outside of his pen gets a night in the box. He doesn't get the night in the box. That's a reference to Cool Hand
Yeah.
Luke.
Not
He
in the
spent the night in
box.
the
Yeah.
box. Yeah. So, the filmmakers know what they're doing here. Yeah, it's basically a prison movie essentially, and the fighter's great. I do love the stuff with Christian Bale thinking he's having a documentary made about him. Even just people just chronicling his crack use. It's good stuff. But
Yeah.
I'll go Toy Story 3 as well. I think the fighter will get some love on our when we do our tier ranker fight on combat sports. I think the fighter will get a lot of love.
Yeah.
So I'll go with Toy Story 3.
I think so.
Mhm.
Yeah, the fighter's great. I mean, I go in wanting to see this movie about Mark Wahlberg and like champion him, but then Christian Bale kind of almost steals the show. Like it's a really good stuff, but I mean, Toy Story 3 though, yeah, that's my favorite of the trilogy. I mean, there's so many moments. There's moments everyone talks about, like in the incinerator where like you think they're all gonna die, and then at the end it always makes me cry when Andy has to give his toys away to the new little girl and like there's just like so many really cool moments that introduce a lot of new fun characters too. So yeah, I got to go with Toy Story 3 for sure.
All right. Well, Toy Story is going to take it 4-1. So yeah.
Yeah. Toy Story
Okay.
3. All right, then up next we have An Education going up against District 9. Right.
Okay.
So
Easy.
So Jordan,
Mr. Owens is up first.
Well, I don't know if I'm trying to predict what other people might go with here. I like District 9. It is a unique film. It's still the reason why I still am kind of interested in anything Neil Blomkamp does is because of District 9. But An Education is actually a really great film, man. It's a great tale, and so I'm gonna lean towards An Education.
All right, Steve.
Sure, yeah.
I'm going with the most kick-ass obvious choice over here, and that's An Education. No, I'm just kidding. It's I'm going with District 9. I have a little bit of favoritism to her that actually did talk to Shane Copley and Neil Blomkamp for this movie. Yeah. So I'm going with District 9. I think this is one of the most original sci-fi movies we've seen in the last few years. And it really sticks. It has little problems that I like to nitpick. It becomes a mockumentary and then becomes a full-length movie, so it's like a little jumble. But I really like District 9, so I'm picking District 9 with this one.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, well, I said I've seen almost everything on the list other than about 8 or 9, and Education is one of the ones I haven't seen. But I'll probably get around to it at some point. But in that case, I do really love District 9, and I'm a fan of Blomkamp. I think he's a really interesting filmmaker. So I'll go with District 9. It was one of the cooler movies to come out that year. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I really, really love District 9, and I don't know what An Education is. Like, I'd barely even heard anything about it.
Well, it's this thing where you go to school and then they give you this diploma. Oh, you mean the movie?
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I've never been to school, so I don't know what that is. Yeah.
It's just institution.
Yeah. But looking at the cast for An Education, it definitely has me intrigued when you have Carey Mulligan, Peter Skarsgård, Alfred Molina, Rosamund Pike, Emma Thompson, Dominic Cooper. I mean, the list goes on.
Skarsgård's so underrated.
Yeah. So, just from the cast list alone, kind of makes me want to go and watch it. So, but District 9 is awesome. Like Neil Blomkamp, he's a great director. Like, I've always wanted to see his take on an alien movie. Like, I think that'd be really, really cool. But yeah, just the way that like District 9, you already mentioned that it was kind of filmed almost like a documentary, kind of mockumentary style, and then also just seeing the aliens kind of already integrated into society and like having to like follow all the the laws and everything. Like it's a pretty cool concept. So yeah, like District 9, like also like it's really rewatchable. So yeah, I'll go with District 9 all day. So Chad?
Yeah, so I actually haven't seen either of these all the way through.
Oh.
And I've tried to. I know everyone lauds District 9 as like one of the greatest movies, and I've tried to watch it like 3 times now, and I just can never get into this movie. I don't know what it is. I just like get so bored like the first like 20 minutes in. I'm just like, what is this? And so I'm gonna give it another shot. I mean, I have to. I have an Oscar show, but
Yep.
I'm just gonna vote over an Education just because I don't know. I've tried with District 9. I've tried.
Sure.
Mhm.
Well, don't ask our other
right.
third co-host, Chris Scott, because he hates District 9, so don't talk to him about that movie. So I guess
There's a third.
but you're not the only one. Yep. But the votes are with District 9 still, right?
Yeah, 3-2 for District 9.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
All
Well,
right.
next we got Les Mis going up against the Queen. Yeah, so
All right, mate.
Oof.
yeah.
Oof.
See,
Oof.
Mesa. Yeah. Woof.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. No, it's actually this is actually a fairly easy choice. It's going to be the Queen. Les Mis was Les Miserable experience. I mean, God,
Exactly.
Russell Crowe, what the hell, dude? I think the only redeeming factor from Les Mis was Anne Hathaway performing, and she was only in the movie for like the first 20 minutes. So I mean, once they killed her off, I mean, it was pretty much game over with that. Queen has terrific performance from Helen Mirren, Michael Sheen. Basically, they're just playing politics with one another. It's a more of a performance piece than it is a great movie. But I'm giving the Queen a better edge than Les Mis.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin, what do you think?
Well, I have seen Les Mis. That's why I'm not going to vote for it, and I'm going to vote for the Queen because Les Mis sucks, and I hated that experience all the way through. I can take somewhat of a musical if it's just them doing the music every now and then. I hate that shit where they're just singing all their lines, especially people who can't sing.
Yeah.
It makes for an absolutely grating experience. So yeah, I'd rather watch Helen Mirren in a movie about the Queen. So I'll vote for that one. And it's shorter. The Queen's like an hour and 40 minutes, and Les Mis is like 3 hours. So I'd rather watch the Queen.
Yeah. Like, sorry if you're tuning in and you're a big fan of Les Mis. Maybe the Broadway show is like about 100 times better than this. So yeah. When you sing from beginning to end, like it's not really gonna hook a lot of people that aren't really into musicals. You're really only gonna catch the diehard musical fans there because it's like, yeah, you're trying to tell a story through music, but at the same time, like it's not a very interesting story for me when it's all done like completely from music without a single word of actual dialogue. So no thank you on that one. But I have seen it, and I've not seen the Queen, but I'd much rather vote for a movie that my grandma recommended that I go see with her than to go see we'll have to sit through Les Mis again. So I will vote for the Queen, which I never thought that I would vote for it, but here I am. So yep. But Chad?
Yeah, I mean, a 3-hour movie can be great if it's a good movie, but I also agree that Les Mis is not that. I really did not like the time that I watched this, and I actually really like musicals like a lot, but this one not so much. And I also haven't
from a
seen
musical
the Queen,
fan, see?
and I also haven't seen. Yeah, exactly. I know people who like it, but just not me. I also haven't seen the Queen, but I'm still going to vote for the Queen.
Where have you seen these people?
Sounds good.
I won't name names.
Jordan?
Yeah, I feel bad for any Les Mis fans watching right now because I'm gonna trail on everything you guys have said. I like the Queen, but I never thought I'd be this passionate to vote for the Queen because Les Mis is gonna lay the fuck out of here. It is the epitome of the musical.
Yeah.
I cannot get into. It just does not work for me. Yeah. So the Queen, by far, since I didn't think I would say this.
Yeah, right.
Well, who knew the Queen would be our first clean sweep of the tournament?
Right.
It sure is.
Yeah.
All
It
right.
might not make it past round 2, but it made
I don't think it's going to go past round 2, but still.
Well,
Enjoy it while it
Well,
lasts.
Miz, you have an appropriate title. You are lay miserable, so we're not going to vote for you. So
Mhm.
the queen it is, all right? Yeah. But next we got Slumdog Millionaire going against the King's Speech. All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Me, I'm up first.
Awesome.
I haven't gone back to Slumdog Millionaire since I saw it in the theater. I kind of feel like I got everything I needed to get out of it, honestly. But I've seen The King's Speech a couple of times, and I love that movie. I think the dynamics between Colin Firth and Jeffrey Rush is really great. I love their chemistry, and I love the thing that builds up to with him doing the speech at the end over the radio. It's great. I love The King's Speech. I'm going to vote for The King's Speech.
yeah. For me, I got to vote for the King's Speech also, just because Slumdog Millionaire is great and it's a really good feel-good story. Like if you ever feeling like you're just really down on your luck and everything in your life's going to crap, like if you watch Slumdog Millionaire, like it's a really good feel-good story, and the music's great too. Like they got that song Tally Ho that a lot of people really like.
Tally Ho.
Tally Ho. Sorry.
Tally Ho.
Well, it's in another language for a lot of it, so yeah, whatever it is, that song, yeah. But yeah. So the King's Speech, though, is a very personal story to me because I actually deal with the exact same type of speech impediment that Colin Firth character had. Like I actually have a stutter, and it's more of the starting words of a hard time starting words. If you kind of notice when I go to call on a certain person, I'll have a hard time starting your name or something like that. Like it's just the exact same thing he had, and so much of it is relatable. So when he sings, if you ever have stuttered, you'll never stutter when you sing, or when he gets really pissed off and he's just swearing and getting angry. When you get really passionate and really upset, you don't stutter either. That's 100% true. So yeah, I saw this movie multiple times in theaters because on my dad's side of the family, it's just a genetic thing that just a lot of his side of the family has dealt with most of their lives, and so yeah, I got to vote for the King's Speech for sure. So,
all right,
Chad.
Yeah, I've seen Slumdog. I haven't seen the King's Speech. I have heard, the recommendations make me want to see it, but I've heard from other people who say that they thought it was very, very dull. And Slumdog Millionaire, I think was a pretty good movie. I wouldn't say it's one of the best, winners ever. But yeah, I'll throw in some cultural representation in there and say Slumdog Millionaire.
Yeah. Jordan.
I'm also gonna go Slumdog Millionaire. Final answer.
Yeah.
No, I am gonna go Slumdog. I really like King's Speech. All the accolades are absolutely true for King's Speech as well. I just thought Slumdog was a different culture, a different look. Again, super well shot. Danny Boyle gave us Dev Patel, who has gone on to be, I think, one of the greatest actors kind of going today. Great early signings of what's to come. I really thought it was great. I thought it was a great tale that kept you engaged. That I very much champion. So Slumdog Millionaire for me.
Would you like to use one of your lifelines, Jordan? You can use
I had phone a friend.
All right.
Steve, are you there? What do you vote for?
Right.
Jordan, you there? All right.
Yes,
so
Steve.
here's the answer for everybody that's been waiting for it. So here's the answer. So I am going to go with Slumdog Millionaire. Yeah, Slumdog Millionaire is, in a year where Dark Knight should have been nominated, Slumdog was going to be. Slumdog was actually my choice for it to win the Best Picture because I don't think any other picture besides Dark Knight was going to be great until I saw Slumdog Millionaire. Also, a little bit favoritism. I was on an episode on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, so it kind of hits to my heart. Though not a lot of the questions really hit home like it hit the main characters home. So I didn't oh my god, a gun. I almost had a gun pointed at my. No, I never had that happen before, but. Yeah, and I think this might be Danny Boyle's masterpiece at this point. So I'm going with Slumdog Millionaire here.
Yeah, that wasn't a great year, I don't think.
Yeah,
Dark Knight,
not the best, but Slumdog Millionaire it is. So see if it lasts very long. But we have Warhorse next, going up against Beast of the Southern Wild. So
okay, all right.
Is it me first?
Jordan, you're first. Yep.
Well, of course it's me first because these are two movies I have not seen. So, but it's a tournament fights. Even if you haven't seen them, you still got to vote. So I don't really know a lot about Beasts of the Southern Wild. I wish I did. Like, it's one I want to look into more. But I know War Horse is about this, the horse that like went through like several different wars and just the story of all the people that came in contact with it. And back in the day when it came out, my whole entire family went to go see it, and I remember that I decided to go see something else because it just didn't really intrigue me. Just a story about a horse. It just reminded me on paper of like maybe like a Black Beauty or something like that, and I found out that's totally not. There's a lot of cool war scenes and all that are involved. So I should have took the war part more to heart a little bit more. So the one that intrigues me more is War Horse. So I'm gonna vote for War Horse. So, but Chad, what do you think?
Yeah, I've seen War Horse. I haven't seen Beast of the Southern Wild. I've heard that Beast has a wonderful child performance. I really want to see that movie. But I think War Horse gets a lot more like negative attention than it should. Maybe because people think it's not like top tier like Spielberg or anything like that. But I actually really enjoyed it. I don't know if it's top tier Spielberg, but I think it's a really great directed film. I love Joey the horse and just his journey. I love all of the side characters. There's a lot of like really emotional parts, especially the relationship between Joey and his boy owner there or whatever. And there's just a lot of really great triumphant moments with the horse in the movie. I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. I vote War Horse.
Yeah, sounds good. Jordan, what do you think?
I like both of these. I'm gonna go with Beasts of the Southern Wild though. I think it's the more kind of like with the last round, the more unique of the two films. It's something a little different. Great child performance here as well by the main actress. Getting her name, but I like War Horse. But I mean, we've kind of seen things kind of similar to a degree. Wartime stories throwing the animal now, which is cool, and it always kind of differs with the characters too. So you never really latched on to one particular character for too long. But I really thought Beasts of the Wild was an interesting flick, so I'm gonna go with Beast.
Yeah, sounds good.
Steve.
So I'm gonna go with I'm also gonna follow along with Jordan and go Beast of the Southern Wild. This movie is really doesn't get recognized as much as it should. I mean, it did get recognized back when it got released, but I think it's lost its luster and it's not quite a memorable movie as many Oscar nominees are, but it does have a terrific performance by Quazelle Wallace, who actually did get a nomination, I believe. I believe she got an Oscar nomination for that movie too. I'm gonna have to go with Beast of the Southern Wild because War Horses was you have the Batch and the Hiddleston in there, but it's another white movie compared to Beast of the Southern Wild, which is this unique cultural gem that you don't really see be made like this anymore. So I'm going with Beast of the Southern Wild on this one.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, Austin.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go Beast. I fell asleep twice in the theater trying to watch War Horse, and then when I went back to it to watch it for our tier ranker Spielberg show, I struggled to get through it then as well. It's very well shot, but I think it's one of Spielberg's lesser movies, as opposed to Beast, which I haven't seen since I watched it on Netflix originally, but I really enjoyed it, and I would watch it again quicker than I watch War Horse, so I'll go Beast for this one. So Beast over War Horse, 3-2, yeah.
And Beast of the Southern Wild is a movie that I really want to look into. Like I just want to like see a movie that's like a lot more culturally diverse and just kind of puts that kind of culture on display like that. So yeah, I'll definitely be checking it out soon. So, but next we have Inglourious Bastards going up against Milk.
Come on.
So,
Okay.
so,
Really?
Who's up first?
Yeah. Chad.
Chad.
Okay.
All right. What do you think?
I mean, I remember Milk being a perfectly fine movie. About it's a good biopic about I think one of the first gay politicians, maybe the first one. But I think it's a fine movie. Like the ending's kind of shocking, but I mean, what is better than Inglourious Bastards? There's not much. It's like the greatest movies. It might be Quentin's best movie. You know, like sometimes I'm like, maybe Pulp Fiction, but I think Inglorious and like Django are some of the more like maybe mature, like later films. I like that style of Tarantino a little bit better. And Inglorious Bastard just has some of the greatest just scenes, tension, performances, just everything. It's hilarious. Buongiorno. So it's just like there's just like so many great moments in that movie. It's just a blast. And it's scary too. So yeah, Inglorious Bastards for sure.
Yeah, sounds good. Jordan?
I really like Milk. It's a well told story. It's a great surrounding cast. You can see on the poster Hirsch, Brolin, Diego, and of course Sean Penn. A different kind of performance too from Sean Penn than where I feel like he does normally. I feel like he does actually play a really truly different character. But yeah, I really kind of love Inglorious Bastard. I'm kind of with Chad as far as it might be my number one. I do think I hold it maybe a little bit above Pulp Fiction because I think it's better shot. I think it's one of the better looking films of his from that opening sequence. I mean, yeah, my heart's got to go with Bastards.
Yeah. Well, Steve, what do you think here?
Well, I would say au revoir, Harvey Milk, because Inglourious Basterds is taking this tournament all the way. Because that's what I'm seeing. This is my second favorite movie of the decade. Of course, my first, being The Dark Knight, being the best movie of the decade, in my opinion. So yeah, Inglourious Basterds, top notch cast. Tarantino at his best. These guys are talking about, Pulp Fiction and Inglourious Basterds. One day you have me say Bastards being his best film. One day you have me saying Pulp Fiction being his best film. So like this, it changes day to day, man. So, but like it looks like Bastards is overtaking Pulp Fiction for me, man. I'm gonna have to agree. And Pulp Fiction is probably gonna win this. Inglourious Basterds is probably gonna win this tournament, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's heavy favorite. But also, Steve, you didn't tell me you spoke French with some au revoir there, right?
Not as well as Brad Pitt, though,
right?
in the movie.
Yeah, right. But Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, this one's going to be Inglourious Bastards by a country mile. Yeah, Milk is fine. Sean Penn's really good, but it's kind of just an okay biopic, as a lot of them are. Kind of okay biopics with really good performances. So, Inglourious Bastards, by a long shot here.
Yeah, Milk has a pretty solid cast. I mean, other than Sean Penn, you got Josh Brolin, Emile Hirsch, Diego Luna, and even James Franco showing up a little bit. So, I mean, it looks solid, but it's no Inglourious Bastard. I think Inglourious Bastard is my second favorite Tarantino, just below Pulp Fiction. So, and I saw Inglourious Bastard in theaters, but I was late to the party when it came to Pulp Fiction. So I actually saw Inglourious Bastard before I saw Pulp Fiction, so it was my favorite Tarantino movie at the time. And then I finally saw Pulp Fiction, and man, that movie just blew my mind. So that's my favorite now. But yeah, Inglourious Bastard, yeah, by a long shot. So
right.
yeah,
so sweet for the Bastards. Yep.
Yeah, yep.
And for Sam Levine, go Sam.
Right. Sam Levine. Well, we have Silver Linings Playbook going up against The Kids Are All Right. So.
Okay.
All right.
Mr. Owens is up first.
Owens.
All right. So, yes, Kids Are All Right. Really, really good film again. I think the young actors, the older actors, all really giving it a shot, though. But my heart, again, definitely sways more towards Silver Linings Playbook. Really interesting script. David O. Russell, his last several films, The Fighter as well, I believe, I think are all really interesting pieces here. Cooper, again, showing kind of his level. Jennifer Lawrence. Oh, even Chris Tucker is pretty decent in the role he has here. So I definitely got to go with Silver Linings Playbook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to also go with. Yeah, I'm gonna also have to go with Silver Linings Playbook. Kids Are All Right is a pretty decent. It's a pretty decent movie. Great performances from Annette Bening, Julianne Moore, Mark Ruffalo. But Silver Linings Playbook, it hits more closer to home, especially with the character struggling with mental illness and everything. Not closer to home, but just that it's a little more. I find it I can associate more with the characters in Silver Linings than I can associate with the kids are all right. Great performances. Lawrence winning the Oscar for that. Also, Jackie Weaver, matriarch of the original Animal Kingdom, making a stellar performance, and Robert De Niro delivering one of his best performances in his later age.
Yeah, for sure. Austin, what do you think?
I'm gonna go Silver Linings Playbook pretty easily here. Again, it's one of those movies that reminds us that when De Niro really wants to be in a good movie and be really good, he can be good if you quit doing shit like Dirty Grandpa and like trying to ruin his legacy. I don't know why. But yeah, like just being just be a little more picky. You're Robert De Niro. Just be in good movies. You don't need to do that shit. So like Silver Linings Playbook by a lot. Yeah, please.
Yeah. Yeah. So I remember seeing The Kids Are Right in theaters, and like it's pretty forgettable. Like I don't even remember all that much about it. Like it pretty much like it was all right. Like it just used the word right there. Like it was fine. But I mean, the Silver Linings Playbook was great, and I think that it's Jennifer Lawrence's best performance she's ever given. I think like she was really, really great in this. Just kind of seeing her struggling with some mental things going on, and just interacting with Bradley Cooper's character, and like on my book, I don't think Bradley Cooper's ever given a bad performance. So I mean, I think that Silver Linings Playbook is great. So I'll vote for that. And also it's not a movie I would ever think that I'd really like. It's just for me, just like literally based on the writing and the performances, and that's it. So yeah, but Chad.
Yeah, I actually haven't seen The Kids Are All Right yet, but I have seen Silver Linings Playbook. I really liked Silver Linings Playbook, I, especially for what you guys have said about like the mental health stuff. I really like seeing Chris Tucker pop up. I was like, whoa, okay. It's interesting because it was Silver Linings Playbook, and then American Hustle came out like one right after the other, and it was like a really great little run for David O. Russell, but it feels like not many people talk about those movies as much now, and I think that's kind of sad because I think they're really good. Silver Linings Playbook.
Yeah. Did you vote, Jordan? I forget.
Yeah, you started. So Silver Linings Playbook is going to take this one. Yep.
Silver Linings Playbook.
Playbook. All right. Sounds good. Still voting for that one. All right. Cool. But we have Up next, which actually people forget that it was nominated for an Oscar, but we have Up going up against Black Swan. So.
Okay. All right, Mr. Mesa, you're up first.
Yeah.
Jesus. Hold on, let me refer to my notes here. Hold on a second. Okay, so like
you have to.
This is really tough. So you got Up, Pixar, cutesy movies, starts out sad, becomes happy, sad again, happy, all emotional roller coaster. Then you got this really psychedelic roller coaster with Black Swan with Darren Aronofsky with Natalie Portman winning her first Oscar. I think I'm gonna go with Black Swan because I have a feeling that a lot of the people on this panel are gonna champion Up. So I might have a feeling I may be one of the lesser people that will champion Black Swan over Up. So I will go with Black Swan. Plus, also Darren Aronofsky did a movie about wrestling. So if he did a movie about wrestling, he's all right with me.
Yeah, right. Sounds good. Austin.
I'm also going Black Swan because Up is great for the first 10 minutes, and then it's generic Pixar. Sorry, you got all the love it got because of the first 10 minutes. I think after that, it's fine. And Black Swan's fucking great. So, Black Swan.
For me, I think Black Swan just gets way too creepy and like weird for me. Like I just can't. I don't know. I can't really take it.
Did you know who made it and what you were getting into?
Yeah,
have you seen Requiem for a Dream?
I did.
It's Aronofsky. Hello.
Well, for that reason, I kind of waited to watch it. I didn't see it in theaters. So I'm like, oh, that like Darren Aronofsky. That takes like a certain type that people really love that sort of thing, and a lot of people really do, which is great. I really like Darren Aronofsky, but like I was a little hesitant because I'm like, Aronofsky making a ballet movie, okay? So, but but yeah, like I think for me, I just had a little more fun watching Up. I mean, like it was great for the first 10 minutes. The rest of it was really good. Like it wasn't as great, but it was still really, really good. And for me, like I just think, like ever since I saw the SNL sketch or a skit where they had Jim Carrey doing all the Black Swan stuff, that's all I can think about now. So I am just gonna vote for Up. So yeah. But Chad, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, unlike Jordan, I kind of like weird, creepy horror movies, and this is a very unique one. I really like Darren Aronofsky a lot, and I think he made a great horror film. You don't see a lot of like, horror films like this, and just kind of out there movies get nominated like that. And I just think this one is a really great one. Like, I mirror what everybody's saying about Up. I think Up is great for a lot of it. There's so many moments that make me laugh and cry in that movie. But yeah, I don't know if it's every time I watch it, I'm like, I think it might be S tier. Then I'm like, maybe not. But Black Swan is definitely up there for me. Black Swan for sure.
Yeah.
Didn't go the way you thought, did it?
Right.
Who knew?
Well, Jordan, what do you think?
Well, as a wise man named Adam Sandler once said, "Stop looking at me, Swan. Because I will not vote for Swan. I love Up. Animated movies don't get nominated as often as they should either. I think there's a reason this got nominated. Yes, the first 10 minutes maybe are greater than the rest, but that's saying you started off at an 11 and you went down to a 9. It's still a really good movie. So,
but I think even with that, still Black Swan though, right? Is that?
Yeah, Black Swan 32.
Yeah. Black Swan 32. So Swan's still going to be looking at us for a little bit. But we have Hugo up next, going against Midnight in Paris.
Okay.
So, yeah.
First.
All right. Awesome.
Man, I have not gone back to Hugo since I saw it in the theater. It's been freaking forever. I'm due for a rewatch on it, but I'm not usually a Woody Allen guy, but I really like Midnight in Paris, and maybe it's because he's not the star of it, so which is why I kind of liked it. It just wasn't him running around. I think if it was, I would have liked it a lot less, but I like the conceit of it. I like him going back, and Tom Hiddleston, I remember being really good in that movie, if I'm right. He's really great, and it's good stuff and a good conceit. So I'll go Midnight in Paris on this one.
Yeah, I think for me that Midnight in Paris was good, but I think Hugo was great. Like I really had a fun time watching Hugo, and it's one I'm surprised I haven't gone back to more. I've probably only seen it twice, but I mean, like I just love all the stuff with like Asa Butterfield just running around the train station, and then you have Sacha Baron Cohen just kind of chasing around after him, and then like with. Like throw in Sir Ben Kingsley in the mix, throwing Jude Law, and then he's palling around with Chloe Grace Moretz, just having all these adventures. It's a good time. So yeah, I think I'm gonna vote for Hugo. So
one of Christopher Lee's last movies. They had to film.
I forgot Christopher Lee's in that. Yeah,
barely. Yeah, just for like a scene or two.
Yeah, I really like both of these movies quite a bit. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Midnight in Paris got like a screenplay nom or win, and I think it's a super well written movie. I love Owen Wilson in it. I think the people he has to deal with, not in the past but in the present, are all pretty insufferable. But yeah, it's a good movie. I really like Owen Wilson. He carries that movie very well, and a lot of great side performances too. But Hugo may be one of, if not my favorite Scorsese film ever. And it's about a kid. And so it's like, it's very not on brand for Scorsese, but he knows how to kind of go off brand sometimes. And I think Hugo is kind of like one of his best, if not his best, and for me. And I just love how it's just kind of a love letter to film and movies in general. And I just love all the performances. There's just like arcs all around, and just such sweetness. And if you haven't seen it, sorry, but he finally finds a home at the end, and it just makes you feel so warm. And I don't know, I love Hugo. So Hugo.
Well, now I don't want to watch Hugo.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Well, Jordan, what do you think here?
They're both good flicks, but I sway more towards Midnight in Paris. Woody Allen was hitting it hard for a long time, and yeah, some are definitely not as good as others. This is kind of the great epitome of what's well casted, some great dialogue, interesting premise, and yeah, actually, this is one that definitely stands out. I think easily it was probably his last nominated movie. Hasn't anything in quite a while. So I gotta go Midnight in Paris. That's what I sway to. So come on, Steve.
Yeah.
Wow.
Steve,
Wow. Am I the tiebreaker? Wow.
Yes, you are. Wow, it's crazy. Wow.
Buddy,
you did pretty well,
Listen,
Steven. You got the
I'm not.
wow.
I am not going. Wow. I'm going with Hugo.
Oh.
Hugo is a love letter to cinema. Anything that hits my heart about cinema definitely deserve it, especially if it's coming from the person who champions cinemas the most, Martin Scorsese. Also, this is a movie about George Méliès, the guy who made Man on the Man on the Moon movie and all those old school movies that made new. I mean, they even showed Nickelodeons in that movie. Nickelodeons, those motion pictures that you put nickels in and then you watch it.
Oh yeah.
It's history, man. It's cinema history, and I'm going with Hugo on this one, man.
Yeah.
Right. 3-2 for Hugo.
Yeah.
Wow.
For some reason, whenever I see the poster, I always think that it might be an animated movie, but it's definitely not. But for some reason, I always think that, like, just because the way that the effects are kind of done, it seems like it's not.
I feel that.
Didn't Scorsese like do this movie and then right after go bonkers with fucking Wolf of Wall Street, like right afterwards? He's like, screw all this kid stuff.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the
get all this energy out.
Cocaine and hookers. Back to the cocaine and hookers right after this.
Get it out of
500 F-bombs.
Yeah. Yeah, right after 2 years after Wolf of Wall Street, right after Hugo. Yeah, he's like, forget all this kiddie shit.
Yeah. But next we got Sideways. But against
Sideways. Okay.
No. Why?
All right, Jordan. Jordan Anderson, you're up first.
So I have seen both of these, and this one's kind of tough because, like, I really like both of these movies, but I don't love both of these movies. So, like, it's kind of like, This one's kind of like they're both at about like a 7 or an 8 for me. So, but it's kind of almost a coin flip here. I think probably I like Hurt Locker a little bit more. Like it's a pretty strong movie for Catherine Bigelow. Like it's a lot of fun and just seeing Jeremy Renner's character in there. Like I had a lot of fun with his character. I mean, Sideways is one of the more like crazier kind of powerful rom-coms that I've seen before, and I think it's a good time. But and I also really like is it Sandra Oh? I like her character in there a lot too. But I think I'm gonna go with the Hurt Locker though, just by a hair. This one's pretty close for me. So, Chad.
Yeah, I haven't seen Sideways, and I know there are like so many people that have seen it and talk about it, really like say it's like a really great film. So I really want to check that one out one time. I have seen The Hurt Locker. I don't know if The Hurt Locker like holds up as one of the best like war films or anything like that, but I remember when I watched it, there was like a lot of really good tension. Female director and everything, I think is pretty great. So I'll just go Hurt Locker just because I don't know enough about Sideways to vote for that.
Sounds good. Jordan?
First Sideways has definitely one of my biggest snubs in history. My boy Paul Giamatti somehow not getting nominated for Sideways, even though he's the fucking heart of the movie. He's the main dude. And Tommy Lee Judge got nominated. But hey, besides that, if I gotta go by just the movie itself, well, I do have some love for Sideways. I do lean a little bit more towards Hurt Locker. I think overall it's the more impactful film. So I'll go Hurt Locker. But goddamn it, respect Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, right. Respect my authority.
I will respect Paul Giamatti, and that's why I'm going for Sideways on this one, because I'm going Sideways because this has a great script. Alexander Payne at the helm. One of the most memorable naked scenes of of the 2000s. Paul Giamatti got robbed. Thomas Hayden Church was awesome in it. Virginia Madsen, Sandra Oh, top-notch casting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Sideways, even though I guess I'm losing a battle on this one here.
Well, we'll see. What do you think, Austin?
Look, I'll toast Paul Giamatti with a Merlot later for him being bowed out of the tournament, but I'm still going to go with Hurt Locker on this one. So sorry, Paulie.
Yeah,
I like Hurt Locker a little bit more, and I like what it says about PTSD. So I'm going to go with that. All right.
Yeah, like Sideways is a lot of fun if you get a chance to watch it. I definitely recommend it though. But yeah, the Hurt Locker it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so up next we have Up in the Air. Some George Clooney against Babel. All right.
Okay. Chad.
Brad Pitt.
Oh, I start. First of all, if you want another good PTSD movie, a shout out to Leave No Trace. Check that one out. Okay, so we're gonna go with Up in the Air, Babel. I haven't seen Babel, but I absolutely love Up in the Air. That's just such a great written film, great performances. George Clooney, Anna Kendrick, and Vera Farmiga. Yes, I absolutely love that movie. So Up in the Air.
Yeah, sounds good. Jordan?
Yeah, I had a hard time truly getting encapsulated by Babel. There's a good cast there as well, of course, but my heart definitely goes towards Up in the Air. Fantastic cast. In my next monologue fight, I've been contemplating using a monologue from Up in the Air, one of Clooney's. And of course, it gave us my one of the best performances by my future wife, Anna Kendrick. So shout out to Anna.
Good luck,
Anna Owens.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Or I'll be George Kendrick. Listen, baby, I'm open to whatever.
Yeah. All right. well, Steve, what do you think?
So Babel has the international flavor, and why I do like a little bit of international flavor. I like my scripts really, really good, and I like my direction really good. I like my acting really good, and all those things are being hit and Up in the Air. George Clooney delivering probably I think might be his best performance in my opinion. Anna Kendrick, Vera Farmiga, J.K. Simmons, Zach Galifianakis, Danny McBride. There, it's great. This is basically another hit after Juno. Even before that was Thank You for Smoking, and he just kept hitting hits until, unfortunately, after I believe he made another movie after this that nobody quite remembered. And this might be his last great film, unless you're counting also Ghostbusters Afterlife. But that's a conversation saved for a different date. Up in the Air.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. From Austin.
Yeah, Up in the Air. It's in my top 64. That's how I love this movie so much. Nice. I've loved this movie ever since I saw it. I fucking love Up in the Air. I've watched it probably 30, 40 times. Like, I just put it on a lot. And I'm like Mr. Owens. It's a movie where I fell in love with Anna Kendrick, and I want her to be my wife coming out of this movie. She's incredibly sexy and great. Yeah, we're going to have a fight, a blood battle to the death over this one. Yeah, but Clooney's so damn good. Yeah. But I love all this stuff with him firing these people, but being sympathetic towards it, and having a classy way of doing it, and trying to explain that to Andy Kendrick through the movie is just great. And all of his little travel things that he does, I just love all those little montages of him traveling. Like, they're just so well done. Best Jason Reitman movie, one of George Clooney's best. It's in my top 64. Up in the Air. Love it.
Yeah. So when I was prepping for the show today, I asked Austin if I could squeeze in one more movie. Which one would it be? I gave him a little short
list. Motherfucking Up in the Air, son.
Yep, and they said Up in the Air, and like, thank you for suggesting that, because that movie was freaking great. So yeah, and I haven't seen Babel yet, so I can't really vote for it, but I definitely want to check it out. But I mean, Up in the Air is just a lot of fun, and there's a lot of relatable things to it also, because like my family, like, we do a lot of traveling, and also my brother's really big into those points cards. He likes to have the like status symbol of having the gold and the platinum and the steel card, like all those different cards and everything. So like, I don't think that my brother's seen it, so I actually recommended it to him. Check it out just for a fun time. But yeah, like there's like a weird part of me that almost kind of sees me like enjoying having that kind of lifestyle where like George Clooney just gets to fly all over the place and like do his thing for work and stuff. So like I think that like in a weird way, like well maybe in another life I'd kind of like that, but I'm not sure though. And so but yeah, like it was a good time though, and also Vera Farmiga, like she's great in it too, and I just kind of seeing how like George Clooney has to go and like fire these people, but he also has a little bit of humanity to him still. But he likes having the lifestyle that he has, and he wants to kind of keep it that way. So yeah. But I can't really say anything about Babel. I haven't seen it, so I'll vote Up in the Air.
All right, that's a sweet for Up in the Air. Might be a dark horse favorite of the tournament. Coming out of this one. Yeah,
in the air, we'll see. But next we have some Moneyball going up against The Aviator.
Oh God.
Yeah. Pitt versus DiCaprio. So
all right. Mr. Owens is up first on this one.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting matchup here. I like Moneyball a lot, actually. You know, I mean, I definitely don't mind a sports movie that's really not even necessarily about the sport itself, but about some of the backings of it and whatnot. But I gotta go kind of the grander film in Aviator, another really great Scorsese film, another great Scorsese Leo mashup as well. So leaning a little bit towards Aviator personally.
Yeah, sounds good. That's
all right. So wow. Brad Pitt delivers a great performance. Jonah Hill delivered a great performance. Hoffman, he's a grumpy coach. What do you expect? But I'm going with the tour de force of Leo DiCaprio. This should have been the movie that he got the Oscar for, his first Oscar, in my opinion. You also have Kate Blanchett as Katharine Hepburn, John C. Reilly. You had so many other more people in there that you just can't name them off because we don't have all the time. So Aviator, top tier, Scorsese, Aviator.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin, what do you think?
This might be my first hot take, but I talked about it on our Leo shows and our Scorsese stuff. I don't like The Aviator. I think The Aviator goes off the rails after the first 40 minutes. I think it's very unfocused, very, very scatterbrained. If it had just stuck to the stuff I like in the first 30 minutes of Howard Hughes making this crazy ass movie where he's just trying to get it all perfect and spending millions and millions of dollars, I'd have been all in for that if that was like what the movie was about. But I think after that, it just kind of loses focus of what it does. I think Leo's good, but I don't like The Aviator overall. And I talked about that in our Leo tier ranker show, as opposed to Moneyball, which I really liked, and we talked about on our baseball show. And I think Moneyball's great, and I like movies like that and Draft Day that kind of show a different side of the sport. So I'm going to go Moneyball.
Yeah, and for me, I think that like Moneyball's a movie that I need to give a rewatch to because there's a lot of little subtle things that like you don't always catch the first time around. There's it's really well written and really well acted. Like that's pretty much like what makes it great. And yeah, like there's a lot of things to catch, and I really love Jonah Hill's performance. Even Chris Pratt when he shows up too, like he's good in it. He's fun, but The Aviator might be one of the only Leo DiCaprio movies that I have not seen yet, so it's a blind spot for me. So go watch it. So I can't really vote for it for that reason. So I'll vote Moneyball. Chad?
Yeah. So I tried to watch The Aviator. It was very, very dull. So I'm right there with Austin. I don't understand people who laud it, but maybe I need to give it a second viewing, and maybe I'm wrong. But I absolutely don't worry. Henry just messaged me and told me to vote Moneyball. I'm going to because Moneyball is phenomenal for me. It was a book written by Mike Lewis and then adapted to the screen by Aaron Sorkin. I mean, come on now. This is like one of the greatest written movies I think I've ever seen. Greatest acted with, Brad Pitt and Jonah Hill. I just love their chemistry on screen. I just love the subject matter. I love the idea of someone just redoing everything that has to do with baseball and just going, nope, we're doing everything different now. And I think that's in some ways what we need to do with this country sometimes. Like, nope, just do everything a different way instead. And I think this movie's brilliant. I love it so much. I ranked it very high on our 2011 episode and my other Oscar show. And Moneyball, definitely, for sure. Love it.
All right.
I like Steven Shepard's take here in the chat. Like, it might be one of Leo's best performances, and the score too. Shout out to the score.
I don't think it's Leo's best performance. I think he's way
I
better.
still say maybe Gilbert Grape.
Yeah.
I go like either Revenant or Wolf of Wall Street. I think honestly, I think he's better in any of those movies.
Yeah, it's good, but
Mhm.
Jordan.
Yeah, he already voted.
You already went
Me
with
too.
Baby.
Oh, you already voted? Okay.
Moneyball won.
I vote for Moneyball.
Okay. Perfect.
Liar.
All right. Then we have the Blind Side going up against the Social Network.
Everyone's favorite, The Blind
Boom.
Side.
Yeah. Yeah. So who's first now?
All right, Steve Mesa.
Steve. All right.
Oh, I'm Sandra Bullock. I like to help poor black people. That's basically The Blind Side.
Just make me look like a better person.
Yeah.
I'm glad I made a Chad cracked there with that. Come on, we're gonna get a Sorkin versus Sorkin matchup here. Hell yeah, let's go. Social Network. Jesse Eisenberg being Mark Zuckerberg, of course, being stone cold asshole that Mark Zuckerberg is. Andrew Garfield making his breakthrough performance before he became Spider-Man. You also had Rooney Mara, Dakota Johnson in it too, Justin Timberlake, Rashida Jones. Jesus, guys.
And even the kid from Jurassic Park in the background, Joseph Mazzarello.
Yeah, Joseph Mazzarello.
Mozzarella. Yeah.
I was a big fan of her, his sister too, Heather. So, Social Network, man. This might be making it it might be making it at the end. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. It'll be a heavy favorite. I'm Austin. What do you think?
Well, Social Network is definitely a heavy favorite for me. It's one of my favorite movies. I've rewatched this one a shitload of times, a lot.
Yeah.
It ages like fine wine. It's such a great movie. It's excellent. And every time somebody says, "Oh, the Facebook movie," I go, "No, it's not about Facebook. It's about a friendship. It's about the erosion of a friendship and what happens and how toxic it can get." So, yeah, I know the Social Network. No, I'm not voting for the movie that the guy who's the subject of The Blind Side says is total bullshit. So, yeah, the Social Network.
Yeah. Social Network is great. It's in my top 64 of all time. Like, I freaking love the Social Network. Even from the trailers that first came out, like they had me hooked when they did like the Radiohead song with the choir singing that and just singing and like all the little nuances and just like when I saw it, I'm like, wait, this is a Facebook movie? Like, why do I care about that? But it looked really, really solid. And so, yeah, when I saw it, there were like so many great performances, especially Andrew Garfield. Like for me, he stole the movie for me. I mean, less said about Armie Hammer, the better. But even so, like back then, he was good. And but even Justin Timberlake gives a pretty solid performance as the Napster guy, you know. So I mean, yeah, like this movie is really, really good. Like it's one that it's like really rewatchable too. So and The Blind Side's fine. Like I think that it's a fun time, but it's not. It's no Social Network. It's not on that level. So yeah, gotta go the Social Network. Chad, what do you think?
Yeah, just like Jordan, I actually just started making my own like top 100, and Social Network was in there like almost immediately. This movie I've seen a few times, and I just adore it so much. It's firing on all cylinders. Great writing from Sorkin, like you guys said. Great acting all around. I love Garfield in it. Eisenberg, I really love his acting as well, and a lot of different things. And it's just a really great written movie. It's just so intriguing to watch a courtroom scene, or not a courtroom, but a what do you call it?
A deposition.
Deposition, arbitration, whatever it is. It's just so intriguing the way it's written. But like The Blind Side, I mean, it's the classic like white savior film from back in the day that even just recently Bo Burnham made fun of in his comedy special Inside, channeling Sandra Bullock from The Blind Side. But yeah, Social Network all the way. I think Steve might be onto something. This one might go far.
And Aaron Sorkin, like he just has some of the best dialogue, I think, and like almost like all of his movies. I mean, you have like A Few Good Men, you have Steve Jobs, even the trial of the Chicago 7, just about like this trial, and like all the dialogue is just like so good. So
His
yeah,
direction's not
I
as
want to throw
good,
that
but
in.
his writing is excellent.
Yeah. But Jordan,
Sure.
what do you think?
Y'all be sleeping on The Blind Side. No, I'm just kidding. I think this movie probably means well,
You're all
but yeah,
blind.
it's one of those weird, like it got really swept up and high reviews and oh my god, and then I feel like it's very rightfully so as we kind of picked apart in recent years. And yeah, that's definitely one of the lower tier ones on here, especially versus again, Social Network, which I think is great as well. You have a fantastic director with a fantastic writer, well casted. You're kind of off to the races from that point. So Social Network, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you have his heavy favorite here. We'll see.
Yeah, Social Network.
But that'll be the end of that side. So we'll move it on over.
Okay, moving on the other side. See what the 32 are.
Yeah, let's see. So first up, we got Capote going up against
Capote.
Juno. All right.
Juno. All right.
All right. So who's
All right.
up?
Up first. Yeah. Yeah. I like Capote. I don't love Capote. Rest in peace, Philip Seymour. Gone too soon. Great stuff here. Being the leading man. But I like Juno a lot too. But it's been a little overrated. It's not my favorite Jason Wright movie. I think he's stronger and Up in the Air. And Thank You for Smoking. But even with that, I'll still go for Juno because I like the cast in that one. And yeah, Capote's okay. So I'll go with Juno.
Yeah, for me, like I haven't seen Capote yet, and like from the look of it, looks boring to me, honestly. But I mean, like maybe I'm like completely off the mark there. I don't know, but I haven't seen it. But like Juno's fun though. Like it's a good time. Like yeah, and Michael Cera's great, and like Elliot, Ellen Page, whatever she wants to be called now. Yeah, and then also J.K. Simmons as the father too. Like he's really really solid too. So yeah, like I think Juno's fun. I mean, as an Oscar movie, is it a strong contender? I don't really think so. But for this matchup, yeah, I'll vote Juno. So, Chad, what do you think?
So if you haven't, so I know you said that you weren't super interested in Capote, but if you check out the book it's based on, In Cold Blood, if you're at all into true crime, it's actually a very, very good book about a very interesting case,
Okay.
cold-blooded
Nice.
murder,
Uh-huh.
and Capote is the guy who wrote the book, and so that's
Okay.
who Philip Seymour Hoffman is portraying, and I really like that movie actually quite a bit, but for me, I love Juno. Honestly, like if I had to pick between, and I might actually have to, if I had to pick between Juno and Up in the Air, I'd probably pick Juno. I
Yeah.
think it's the
Nice.
more emotionally driven film. I just love all of the performances. It's so sweet. The songs between them, just like the hamburger phone, just the talk
Yeah.
about horror films and music between Jason Bateman, Elliot. Are just so great. And they're just like there's an emotional gut punch at the end with Jennifer Garner's character. And oh my God, I just love Juno so much. I can't talk about it enough, but I'll stop anyways. Juno.
Yeah, there's a lot of little subtle things in the movie when you think about it. Makes you want to go get some orange Tic Tacs. So
Yes.
yeah, get that from the movie, right? Yeah, but Jordan, what do you think?
I was gonna vote for Juno, and then Chad just kind of made me bump up my enthusiasm just that much more. Reminding me of the stuff with Garner at the very end. The pact she made. This relationship between her and Sarah, I think, is absolutely very sweet. With Elliot and Sarah. So yeah, I gotta go with Juno. The dialogue zips, Diablo Cody. I like her first screenplay and whatnot. So I got it. My heart definitely goes more towards Juno.
Diablo
Yeah,
Cody.
yeah.
Yeah, check out Jennifer's Body. Great.
Oh yeah, it's great.
So
Steve?
hot take. Not a big fan of Juno.
Okay.
I think it was trying to be it was trying to be very very clueless in its day. It was doing with the niche words and the cute little hamburger. I think it was a little too cutesy. Great cast, but I think the cast elevated the material, in my opinion. But I'm going with I go with Capote. I was a journalist, So, having Capote doing, basically becoming a journalist before printing out this book, it really hit, really hits the journalist in me. And also you have Catherine Keener. You also have Clifton Collins Jr. And Truman Capote also wrote Breakfast at Tiffany's, if you didn't know that.
Oh, he did? Oh, no. I did not
know that.
Yep. So Philip Seymour Hoffman, definitely deserved the Oscar for that year to playing Truman Capote, because he really encapsulated
definitely
the obsession that drove the author to want to befriend his prisoner, but then again he had to turn in this book and kind of like rush things along, even though that became detrimental to him.
Don't sleep on Capote.
Yeah. yeah. Well, yeah, we'll have to go check out Capote, but Gino it is in this matchup. So, see how far it goes. But next, though, we got Munich going up against the Descendants.
Oh, all right.
Easy.
All right, who's up first?
All right, Jordan Anderson. Yep.
Well, of course, every time I'm up, it's two movies I have not seen. So, and I know very little about each one. I just think Munich to me looks a little bit more like my style of movie, kind of more my speed. So, yeah, I don't really have much to say since I haven't seen them. So I'll just vote Munich. So, Chad?
Yeah, I actually haven't seen Munich. But The Descendants is a beautiful film. This is the Alexander Payne film, and all the performances in this are great. We get what's her name? It's not Dakota Johnson. It's the other one.
Shailene Woodley.
Shailene Woodley. Thank you.
Divergent.
A lot of great
Yeah.
child performances, and George Clooney, and you even get freaking Stu Macher pops up in there a little bit, and it's just a brilliant story, and about people like losing their wife, losing their mother, some infidelity in there, and it's just about staying true to your homeland instead of selling out, kind of a deal. And it's just a really beautiful movie with a lot of great Hawaiian music, Hawaiian setting, just a kind of different feel of a movie. I can't really say anything positive or negative about Munich. I haven't seen it, but it's Descendants all the way for me.
Yeah, sounds good. Jordan, what do you think?
I like Munich. It's one of the grittier films we've gotten from Spielberg. He definitely earns that R rating. It's an interesting tale that goes dark at points. One of the earlier things too, you'll see Daniel Craig in as well. But yeah, I too got to go with Descendants. I just think there's some beautiful but sad moments in this family who's coming upon this tragicness, and Clooney really dealing with the fact that she cheated on him, but he still loved her, you know what I mean? And he's kind of dealing with that and whatnot. And of course, Woodley as the daughter, a stand-up performance from her, showing that she's someone to watch as well. And so yeah, I got to go with Descendants.
All right,
sounds good.
All right, you ready for one of my terrific impressions? Hi, I'm George Clooney. I'm mad at my wife who cheated on me, but she's in a coma, so I have to be sad.
Show some respect, okay?
I will not show some respect to The Descendants. That's another movie that I also find very overrated. And I am going with my man Spielberg, because you got to have your boy Eric Bana starting, offing folks, and just you also have Daniel Craig, Ciarán Hinds, Jeffrey Rush, I believe there's a Masao Kasowitz, who's a filmmaker. He's also an actor in this movie, and this is about basically a true story revenge plot on the people who murdered Jewish athletes in Munich Olympics. It's very heart-wrenching, and there's really unsettling images, especially one involving a woman. If you know what I see, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go. This is an unsung masterpiece of Spielberg. One of probably the best movies of the decade, Munich.
Your man Spielberg, didn't you vote against War Horse?
Well, Munich much better than War Horse.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, Austin?
Munich's all right. I watched it and I couldn't really get into it. Maybe it's just I had zero connection to the subject matter and I couldn't really get into it. I'm not over the moon about The Descendants either, but I think George Clooney and Robert Forster, especially rest in peace, Robert Forster, is really great.
Awesome.
And but this is another one where Clooney was on a roll around this time, man. He was killing it. So I got to stick with Clooney and go with The Descendants.
Yeah. Well, so I guess Descendants it is, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Gotta go check it out. It's one of my blind spots. So it's probably one of the ones that would have been on my list to watch if I had enough time this week, but I didn't. But next though we have the Tree of Life.
Oh my god.
But it's Atonement. Here we go.
Chad.
All right.
Oh boy.
Chad.
Am I starting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're up first.
All right. I don't know how everybody feels here, but these are my takes. Atonement is a really, I've seen both. Atonement is a really great movie, I think. It's definitely way different than I thought it was going to be. But I mean, I still kind of have issues with it. I don't think it's a perfect film, but it is definitely one that you should check out. It has some really great performances in it, but I'm a huge Terrence Malick fan, and I adore The Tree of Life. I know some people don't. Some people don't like that style. I think this has some of the best cinematography I've ever seen in a film, and this is definitely in like my top 100. It's just so beautiful. All of the performances are great. I just love the way he does like voiceover narration. And just like all of the shots just make it look like a fleeting life gone by. And I just, feel like it's just one of the most interesting movies you could ever watch. Some people might not like the style, but other than that, I just think it's a masterpiece. So definitely The Tree of Life.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Well, I'll save it for when I get to my thing. Oh my god.
Jordan, what do you think?
I don't love Atonement, but I'm gonna vote Atonement because Tree of Life, while there's some great looking moments in it, boy was I ready for that thing to wrap it up. It's not my total cup of tea.
Did you watch the long version?
Which one? They're all the long version.
Whatever version I saw was indeed too long. I just wasn't my cup of tea. There's some great moments in it. I thought for me it's a little meandering, and that just might be me not being open enough or whatever you want to say. But Atonement, one of the first great performances by Saoirse Ronan, who I think kind of steals the show from McAvoy and Knightley. I thought it was a great looking film as well directed as well, so you can't knock it for that. So I'll go with Atonement.
Chad, I need you to do me a favor. Do you have a cup nearby? Do you have a cup nearby you?
I don't know.
I think we got a couple of haters. We got a couple of haters. Terrence Malick haters up in this place. Man, Tree of Life. I know what you guys. I know. Yes, we're gonna get. I have a feeling we're gonna have a lot of Austin to say about against Tree of Life, but Tree of Life is it's. I saw this movie in the theaters. And it blew me away. Like literally, the sound blew my earplugs away because it was so goddamn loud. And it's
did it blow you right to sleep? Because that's what it did to me.
No, actually, it kept me awake. It actually, you know what it was? It kind of woke me up from when I was falling asleep at midnight in Paris. So,
okay, fair enough.
So yeah, I'm going with Tree of Life. Brad Pitt had a hell of a year that year with 2011. I mean, he had Moneyball and he had this movie too in the supporting role as the father. Again, it's not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. That's why we don't have a couple of haters up in this place. But yeah, I'm going with Tree of Life for here.
You either love it or you hate it. Yeah. It's one of those movies.
Oh, good, because I hate it. Because this movie fucking sucks. And fuck Terrence Malick. I hate his bullshit, pretentious fucking, I'm going to drag 15 minutes worth of content into 2.5 hours and do nothing and fucking make it like a nature documentary and pretend it's some other bullshit. Like, fuck this movie. This movie sucks. It's boring. Look, here's the thing. if an asteroid is ever heading to Earth in the next like couple of years or whatever, and we have like 2 hours left to live, I'm gonna put on this movie, and then I'll be begging for the asteroid to come and destroy fucking human life.
Like, please.
So fuck this movie.
End
Yeah,
it
I'll be
now.
begging for death at that point. So no, Atonement is fine, but it's immensely better than Tree of Life. So
But
yeah,
would you look up though? Would you look up if the asteroid was coming?
I'd rather watch that smash into my face than go watch Tree of Life again. Yeah.
So don't
You have
look
the movie
up.
on, but you wouldn't be looking at the screen. You'd be watching the asteroid and just
Yeah,
like,
I'd be
having
waiting for the
background
asteroid,
noise.
just like, please, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm ready.
Yeah. Well, Tree of Life is a movie that had me. I'm kind of intrigued by the trailers, and then I went to go see this thing, and woof, oh man, like this movie put me right to sleep. Like this movie was just boring from end to end. And I wish that when I saw it, I would have walked out of the theater just because, like I feel like it was a waste of 2.5 hours. It was way too long. It just dragged on and on. It's like, whenever have I been in a movie just like wanting it to end so bad? I'm like, when is this thing over? Can I get out of here? But I was with people that wanted to stay, so I think that's why I kind of just stuck it out. But I mean, yeah, and I've not seen Atonement, but I do want to see it. I mean, I'm a huge James McAvoy fan. I mean, Keira Knightley, I mean, she's good. So I definitely want to see it. I just haven't gotten around to it. But I'll watch anything on this list before the Tree of Life. So whatever it goes up against, I'll vote against it. So I got to vote for Atonement. So.
Well, good. We won't have to vote against it anymore because it's gone. Bye-bye, Tree of Life. Atonement goes through 3-2.
Yeah, sorry if you're a fan of it. I mean, not really sorry. If you're a fan of it, that's great. I mean, to each their own. But I think most of us are not. But
most of us are not. Yeah.
Yes. Most of us. Maybe other people are. But you have good night and good luck going against The Artist. Ooh. All right.
2 black and white movies.
Yeah.
Joe Owens. All right.
I'm trying to think. This is actually a close one for me. Maybe a rewatch is due for Good Night, Good Luck. I do remember being a little more intrigued by The Artist, another one that's kind of, celebrating Hollywood in a way. We still haven't seen much from Jean Dejour, the main dude.
Yeah.
How to say it correctly. And but yeah, I mean, I still thought it was pretty interesting pictures. Again, it's not one of my a favorite Best Picture winners, but I'll go with that slightly more. I'll go with The Artist.
Yeah. Sounds good.
I mean, I'm gonna put on my my journalist hat and go with Good Night and Good Luck because that's all. Journalism was what I was all about during that time. And I mean, look at the cast, dude: Frank Langella, Robert Downey Jr., Jeff Daniels, George Clooney, Patricia Clarkson, and David Strathairn. David Strathairn having a leading role and him getting nominated for an Oscar. That's just a whole sentence of awesomeness. Also, this is just focuses on McCarthyism and and communism in its day, and how people were afraid for their lives to be outed as a commie because they went to the wrong parties or they hanged out with the wrong people. So they were living in a state of fear, and there you had Morrow standing up to this idiot politician and telling him that he's wrong. He doesn't know what he's talking about, and he's selling a bunch of lies up in Capitol Hill. So I'm going with Good Night and Good Luck.
Yeah, Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm also going to go with Good Night and Good Luck. Again, Clooney was on a streak back then. He did a lot of really, really great movies in the 2000s. And the Artist was fine, but I feel like it's a lot of Hollywood kind of patting themselves on the back and wanting to go back to like the old days where, a lot of jerk off, like to their own stuff. And it's like, I mean, it's kind of what that whole movie is. It's like, oh, can't we just go back to the old ways? It's like, no. Like we moved on from that shit. Like, and it was fine. It's worth a watch like one time, and I think you're good. So, but Good Night and Good Luck, I think holds up as a better like rewatch, and you can get a little more out of it. So I'll go with Good Night and Good Luck.
Yeah. So did The Artist win Best Picture? I think it won, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I've never seen it just because like it looked boring to me, but I hate to really just say that about a bunch of Oscar movies because it sounds like I'm just kind of saying that like a bunch of Oscar movies are just boring, and like I don't really think that I'm willing to give anything a shot. It just wasn't one of those ones for me personally that I was just rushing out to go see. So, but maybe since it won, maybe it's worth it. I don't know, but I mean, good night and good luck to it. It's also not one that I remember a lot about. I have seen it, but like I just remember mostly David Strathairn as a character. He was really great in it. Like he used to get more like leading roles where he was like first or second build, but lately he's kind of been more of a supporting actor in a lot of stuff. But he's always really solid whenever he pops up. And
he's great in Nightmare Alley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nomad.
And there's another one that I haven't seen yet because I'm not a big Del Toro fan, but I'll probably get around to it eventually. But yeah, this movie was fine. I mean, I'll just vote for it because I haven't seen the artist. So yeah.
Well, the same year, Hugo was nominated and does a better job of celebrating old Hollywood with those early silent films, and should have won over the artist, and does it in a more unique way and with a better story. So
Absolutely.
same year, Hugo should have beat the artist.
Amen, brother.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
Everybody vote.
Chad.
You vote, Chad? Okay.
Yeah, Chad knows still good. Or Chad still has to go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually haven't seen Good Night and Good Luck. I'm very intrigued based on a lot of people voting for it. I have seen the artist. I agree saying that Hugo's better. I think The Tree of Life is a lot better. The artist is one of those where, I think it's kind of innovative in what it was trying to do. It's mostly silent film except for like one part, which was like really trippy, and I was like, whoa, okay, what is this movie? And the dog is really cute in it, but it almost seemed like they were trying to like remake Singing in the Rain a little bit, like that kind of like feel about someone transitioning from silent films to talkies and stuff like that. But I really enjoyed it. I don't think it was one of the best of that year. I'd rank it a little on the lower side, but since I haven't seen the other one, I'm voting artist.
Yeah. It's like for me, if I'm going to watch a movie like that, I'll just go back and watch a Charlie Chaplin movie or something like that. Like I don't really need to
definitely do that. Those are amazing.
Like really watch this. Yeah. but yeah. But what are the votes at?
3-2 for Good Night and Good Luck. Just barely.
Okay. Good luck. All right. But next though, we got The Reader going up against Amor.
Ooh, okay.
So, all right.
Mesa.
Throwing up my hands because I want to fight people who like The Reader because that movie's boring as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, you, Austin, you hate. I hate The Reader more than you hate Tree of Life. This is a part of my language. Can I cuss? Am I allowed to cuss here? I'm going to cuss anyways. I don't give a fuck. This is a fucking Oscar
been doing it all night.
movie to the motherfucking extreme. This is only the reason. Kate Winslet gave a better performance in The Holiday than in this fucking movie.
I like that.
She gave a better performance in Revolutionary Road. She got nominated for the wrong damn movie. Man, this is just a terrible movie. I mean, we're probably talking about more terrible Best Picture movies as we go down the line here, but this is one of the top.
Right.
But this is the top bottom. This is the most bottom of the barrel here.
Gonna scrape it.
Yeah,
we're scraping the barrel.
I'm picking Amor here because Michael Haneke is my boy. He did Funny Games twice, one in his own language and the other one in English.
You're not helping your argument.
Well, I'm helping my own argument. You know what? I'm going with Amor because also, I also dealt with a situation with folks being with one of my grandfather, my late grandfather, having to deal with Alzheimer's. Excuse me. So he kind of dealt with that, and at that time, it was also a movie that was that was happening at that time. I watched this movie and it really hit close to home with this movie. And Emanuela Riva, who got the Oscar nomination for that year, and really deserved it, especially with the person that's playing the husband too. Really should have gotten an Oscar nominated as well. So I'm going with more on this one.
Yeah, Austin, what do you think here?
Haven't seen either. The Reader is a movie I've never been interested in, nor would I ever watch. Like, it's just like not a movie I would ever sit down and watch. However, You said Michael Haneke did more when you reminded me he was the Funny Games guy. Fuck that guy, because he made 2 Funny Games movies, then shit all over horror fans, and just he says he despises horror fans, even though they're the people who would go see his fucking movies and made him all his money. So fuck Michael Haneke. So for that reason, fuck it. I'll vote for The Reader because at least it's not Michael Haneke. So fuck that guy.
There's
like
your
that
petty
guy.
vote right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's my
right.
spite petty vote right there. Like fuck that guy
Yeah.
because he shit on horror
Spite
fans
vote.
and made all his money from horror movies, and then he shit all over horror fans. So you know what? Fuck you.
Yeah,
Go
right.
fuck yourself.
Yeah.
He despises horror people who watch horror movies. So it's like, motherfucker, that's the people who are gonna watch your movies. Stupid.
Yeah, right.
Who else is gonna watch Funny Games? Dummy.
Yeah, right. Well,
Old people looking for a drama? Like hell no. It's like horror people are gonna
yeah.
watch your fucking movies. So fuck you.
Yeah. Well, we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel. I would agree with that here. Like, it's just like these are 2 movies I'm never gonna watch. Like, I just don't really give a shit about either one of these movies. And like, I mean, The Reader, it has a more intriguing cast. I mean, it just seemed like a match that's just tailored to the oldest of the old people on the Oscar. Whoever votes for the Oscar movies, they're just kind of tailored directly to them. I mean, but like, I'll probably actually vote a more here, just because I have worked in the medical field and I've worked in nursing homes and I've had to deal with a lot of people that suffered from like dementia and Alzheimer's and my great grandmother. I was really close with her. I took care of her near the end of her life too. So I mean, for that, I'll vote for that. But I'm still never gonna watch it. So I'll give it a vote. Sure. Chad.
Yeah, I actually haven't seen either of these either. I think I tried to watch The Reader one time, and I also think it was kind of boring. I definitely want to check
We
it
can
out.
skip this matchup.
Just to make sure.
Yeah.
But a more.
Can we
I've
put
actually
Mystic
heard-
River back in instead of one of these movies, and then just
Yeah,
vote
right.
for Mystic River?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I've actually heard great things about Amore, actually, and I really want to check it out. It kind of seems very similar to maybe like The Father, which I thought was a great movie. So I really want to check that one out. Because I've heard a lot more great things about Amore, I'm going with that one.
Yeah. Well,
but I'm okay with putting Mystic River in instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was able to, but I can't go back without like redoing this whole thing. So, yeah. But anyways, Jordan.
Steve, you're hating on The Reader. It's not that bad. Kate Winslet is great in it. It's about forgiveness. It's about doing horrible things in the past, and how you just really can't get past them. The 2 actors here, they're pretty good. I never saw more, so The Reader.
Yeah. Well, what are the votes at?
Amore is going to go through despite nobody caring about it, right?
All right.
More moves on. What are you talking about? You got 3-2.
What did Jordan? What'd you vote for again? Anderson? What'd you vote for?
I voted for Amore.
You went with Amore.
Yeah.
Oh, he voted for Amore. Okay. All right.
I voted for Amore.
Fair enough. I
I
misheard
never
him.
vote for it again, but I voted for it that time. but we have Finding Neverland going up against There Will Be Blood.
Oh my God! All right.
Yeah. So who's
all right? I'm up first. Yeah, this is tough because I just watched Finding Neverland for the first time a couple of days ago. I missed that one, and it reminded me a lot of Saving Mr. Banks, like a lot of similar stuff in that movie. With the recreation of the Peter Pan stuff, and I liked it a lot. But goddamn, There Will Be Blood's really fucking good too. Let's go with Daniel Day with There Will Be Blood, just by a hair. But I like both movies a lot.
Yeah, so I've seen one of these movies, and that movie is Finding Neverland. I actually haven't seen There Will Be Blood. It's actually like one of the next ones that I wanted to watch on my list if I would have had enough time this week, if I didn't get sick or like have a really busy work week. So I really want to see, because I feel like this is one of Daniel Day-Lewis's performances that everybody talks about. Like, I Drink Your Milkshake and like all that iconic stuff. So I feel like it's something that I have to see. So I mean, if there's one movie I'm going to be watching first on this list, eventually it's going to be There Will Be Blood for sure. So I feel like almost like I'm doing something wrong because I haven't seen it. But Finding Neverland I actually really like, because it's like like Johnny Depp in like a normal like effing role for once. He's not playing some kind of goofball off the wall character where he's like dressed up in some kind of huge costume or anything. I mean, he still kind of is doing a character, but it's still like it just seems like more like normal for Johnny Depp if there is a normal character for him. But so yeah, but even still though, like I really want to see There Will Be Blood, so I'm gonna vote for it. Yeah. But
if you
Chad?
if you want a normal Johnny Depp, go watch What's Eating Gilbert Grape or watch Nightmare on Elm Street. Great movies with Johnny Depp in there.
Or like
but,
The Tourist, maybe you can see that.
I
one.
actually haven't seen Finding Neverland. I think I saw clips of it a long time ago, but I haven't seen it all the way through. But There Will Be Blood is a freaking masterpiece. Holy shit. Speaking of, like, Jordan actually brought up Radiohead not that long ago. This was the first score that Johnny Greenwood did. And now he's done 3 in 2021. And he's nominated for 1. And he should have been nominated for Spencer as well, because Spencer is a fantastic movie with a fantastic score from him. But There Will Be Blood was his first. And he has a very great relationship with Paul Thomas Anderson. Also doing Licorice Pizza, but the score in this movie is fantastic. Just like, really making the tension for the film, almost makes it a horror film. Same with Spencer, quite a bit. And then Daniel Day is just on another plane of existence with this performance, and just everything about this movie, the direction, just the intensity, the driving force of this guy just to do everything, just to fuck his family, fuck everything, just more oil, more money, whatever, and it's almost like a Breaking Bad in a way, and that's not that's a positive for sure. And There Will Be Blood is phenomenal.
Yeah. On the chat, we're gonna vote for Finding Neverland over There Will Be Blood. Someone who does not like it.
Hot takes.
Malcolm hot take, yep.
Hot take.
But Jordan, what do you think?
Guess what? I agree with Malcolm to a degree. Daniel Day-Lewis is fantastic. He's one of the reasons he's discussed as one of the best of all time. But man, if I gotta go with what I just enjoy, Finding Neverland is the movie for me. I think it is absolutely sweet. I love this film. I'm glad it was on this list. So I'm gonna show some love for Finding Neverland. That gets my vote.
Yeah, sounds good. Steve?
Daniel Plainview, played by Daniel Day.
Oh, Paul Dano as well. Oh my God.
He's an oil man.
Playing two characters, I believe, as well. He's playing twins.
Yeah.
And good Lord, that last movie with the bowling pin, it just really encapsulates everything about this guy. He's a hateful, degenerate, bitter man who just doesn't want to be near anybody, and just this is Paul Anderson's masterpiece. This is Daniel Day-Lewis has retired, and he didn't, he left. I think his other movie as Woodcock in Phantom Thread was really up there, but it's no Daniel Plainview. This is his best performance. He deserves his Oscar. This movie is awesome. Johnny Greenwood making his debut as a score, freaking radio and killing it. There Will Be Blood. This is one. I predict this one's probably going to make it to the ends. One of the final 8.
Nice.
So
we'll see what happens.
Man. I love this movie.
Well, There Will Be Blood. It moves on.
Moving on.
So,
all right.
Yeah. Up next, we got Crash, which I already mentioned before. Life of Pi.
Can we just all say? Can we all say
Life of Pi and move on?
Life of Pi, move on.
I've never seen Crash, but I have seen Life of Pi, and it actually really liked it. So, I mean, I'm fine with that if the rest of you are.
I am.
Yeah.
Yep.
Life of
Yep.
Pi.
Sure.
Life of Pi,
All
move
right,
on.
just put it there and we'll skip it. We'll save some time.
I was gonna
Bye.
say Crash.
Yep.
Bye, Crash.
Richard Parker moves on. Yeah.
Javier Redechi, Crash.
Yeah. We got Letters from Iwo Jima against True Grit. All right. Here we go.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
All right. Jordan Anderson's up first.
Oh, to me. Okay. So actually, I have seen both of these for once, so that's good. And but talk about a disappointment for like both of these movies for me. Like I was disappointed pretty big on like both of these actually. I mean, I don't hate them. Like I'm not gonna say that, but like Little from Iwo Jima was just really boring to me. Like I just like I was just bored to tears. Like it wasn't really like the war movie that I was really expecting. Like I probably should have looked into it a little more before I watched it. Maybe read up on it because I really didn't do anything. I'm just like Little from Iwo Jima. Well, my grandpa was actually in Iwo Jima during World War II, so I'm gonna watch this. It's kind of like a little tribute to him, but yeah, like I was just like bored. And then True Grit, I mean, it was fine. You're never going to compare to the original John Wayne, in my opinion. I think the original John Wayne's like leaps and bounds better than this one. I just don't really care. Especially Jeff, especially
Get
Jeff
shut down immediately.
Jeff Bridges' performance was just like he's just mumbling. Rooster Cogburn, I'm here.
He's a drunk. That's
really?
the point. He's a drunk fucking alcoholic. That's the point.
It's just, I mean, and even when Matt Damon comes in, I don't even care for the character. Even like the girl that he's with, I just don't care. Like I like the whole entire cast from the original better, and I just kind of gravitate more to the original. Like I grew up watching it, so I mean, I will still vote for a True Grit because it's not as boring as Letters from Iwo Jima, but yeah, yeah. So True Grit.
I was sitting there wondering. I was
Chad?
like, he's kind of shitting on both of these movies. Which one is he
Yeah,
gonna pick?
yeah. I'm not a huge fan of either one.
But yeah, just like Austin and I talked about on Rankum recently, I haven't seen Iwo Jima, and I still haven't seen it, but I do plan to watch it very, very soon. However, True Grit, yeah, I don't remember a lot about this movie. I remember key parts, but I do remember that Haley Steinfeld was kind of like a force in this movie, and she came in as like, her first like big film appearance, and she hasn't stopped. She's in the MCU now and just doing a lot of great things, and she proved it there. And then I think there's a lot other like really great performances in that movie. I really want to revisit it as like a great Coen Brothers movie, and yeah, but I'll vote True Grit because I've seen that one.
Actually, I do. I take back a little what I said. Haley Steinfeld actually was pretty solid in this. She's probably my favorite thing at this. So like I did actually kind of like her performance. But Jordan.
I like True Grit. I didn't love it. I really enjoyed Letters from Iwo Jima. That's going to get my vote. His better of the two war films from that year, along with Flags of Our Fathers. That's why this got nominated. The other one didn't. And yeah, I just think it's really well told. I think it's actually really well shot. And if you Ken Watanabe amongst many others in there. So Letters from Iwo Jima is going to get my vote.
Yeah, sounds good. Steve, what do you think?
I'm also going to go with Letters from Iwo Jima. This is a war movie told from the other side. Flags of Our Father was told from the American perspective, and it wasn't totally about that war in perspective, while this one was more of a war movie itself rather than Flags of Our Father. More Flags of Our Father was more about like a lot of flashbacks and what they're dealing with the political thing, politicizing the flag photo deal. Yeah, man, it reminded me of another movie called Tora Tora Tora, where it told perspectives of Pearl Harbor, where from the Japanese side and from the American side. So this is just the Japanese side of Iwo Jima, and I think it was told beautifully. That story has a great performance from Ken Watanabe, really leading the charge here, and as he's trying to make do with what he got, even though if it looks really grim as hell. So I'm gonna have to go with Letters from Iwo Jima here.
Yeah, Austin.
This was tough for me because I genuinely love both these movies. I kind of championed Iwo Jima on our Rankum episode with Eastwood because I'm a big fan of that movie, and I don't know how you can be bored with it when it's this interesting story. These guys kind of defending their island, especially where they have this mindset where they're like they'd rather die than be prisoners, and they're setting off grenades right next to their chest and committing suicide in a cave. Like it's insane. Like it's a crazy
I
movie.
didn't hate it, but I was just
And then True Grit is awesome. Like it's way better than the John Wayne version. Like way better. And the Coen brothers took it to a whole new level, I think. But just because I've seen it more times, and I just like it a lot, I'm gonna go with True Grit. But just by a little bit.
Yeah.
But I like both these movies a lot.
Yeah.
So True Grit 3-2.
Sounds good. True Grit it is.
No disrespect to Iwo Jima, though. I was a big champion for it on that Rankin episode. I really like it.
Yeah.
So,
And what's this going?
oh boy, Avatar.
We have Avatar. That
And
someone was nominated for Best Picture, but we got Little Miss Sunshine, which
all
it
right.
still blows my mind. Avatar got nominated, but whatever. We'll get there. We'll talk about it.
All right, Chad.
So,
This is me. Okay. Little Miss Sunshine should have won Best Picture that year. Little Miss Sunshine is one of my all-time favorite movies. I love this whole cast. I'm a huge Paul Dano fan. I can't wait for the Batman. I'm very excited. And just like this whole cast was just freaking Toni Collette's in this. It's just a really interesting, kind of dark, but also very fun, kind of funny, kind of sad. It has like every emotion. You know, you just kind of like go with this family to a little girl beauty pageant, but it's just a really interesting, fun adventure. And, you know, I really love that movie. I can't wait to watch it again. Okay. Avatar was incredibly innovative for its time, but like when you rewatch it, some of it's enjoyable, but it's also very like, it doesn't really hold up. Some parts of it on like a regular screen looks like a cartoon. And it just doesn't really hold up as a film from my opinion, but Little Miss Sunshine I adore.
yeah, sounds good. Jordan, what do you think?
So, once upon a time, I might have actually voted for Avatar. I was high on it when it first came out. It's a great theater experience. Chad's already kind of set the plate for it, not necessarily holding up as much later on. A Little Miss Sunshine, I feel actually does get better with rewatchings here. You get a different Steve Carell than you do a lot of other films. He's fantastic in this. Abigail Breslin peaking at a very young age for acting jobs now. Yeah, everyone's here to play. It's an interesting family tale here. You know, I mean, they're dysfunctional, but there is love there and whatnot. And there's some great moments. You know, little moments with Carell and Dano, little moments with Kinnear and Arkin. And there's some really great stuff in this. So, Little Miss Sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sounds good. Steve, what do you think?
I am also going with Little Miss Sunshine. This is the first movie when I was a journalist that I did an interview with Jonathan Dayton and Valerie Ferris. They were my first press interview. I did the 2-on-1 interview with them at the Standard down in South Beach. And this was before Little Miss Sunshine was the big hit that it became with all the Oscars and everything. This was coming out of Sundance. So yeah, and great cast. I mean, this was also Steve Carell's one of his first dark roles, serious roles. Paul Dano making a breakthrough, Abigail Breslin breaking through, Alan Arkin upsetting Eddie Murphy for the Oscar. I think that was also a quite memorable thing there too. But it's peppy, it's funny, it's sometimes dark. It's a great movie overall. I might have an argument about who should have won Best Picture, but we'll save that argument, Chad, about the eventual winner. But also, quick recommendation: Dayton and Ferris did Battle of the Sexes, which I think is a much better movie than Little Miss Sunshine. So, quick recommendation of Battle of the Sexes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that movie too. That's a good movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah. It's solid.
Yeah.
Austin, what do you think?
Also going Little Miss Sunshine just because Avatar, does not hold up on a smaller screen. I think it's strictly a theater movie. If you can't see it in a theater, I don't think it quite works. I mean, I do like James Cameron, but it has not aged well. So I'll go Little Miss Sunshine, which won a Best Screenplay Oscar, which I think was deserved. So maybe not. I don't think it should have won Best Picture, but screenplay, yeah, I agree with. It's good. So Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah, and well, I'm not the biggest Avatar fan. Like, I just didn't even really like the movie all that much when it came out. So how was it even nominated for an Oscar? I just baffles me. Like maybe for like the special effects, I mean those were actually really really good. I will give it that. And I remember going to see it with my family on Christmas Day and holding out because the earlier showing in 3D was sold out. And we wanted to make sure we saw it in 3D. And we were just thinking, like, what is all the hype? Like, I'm not really seeing anything special in 3D versus 2D. Like, it just didn't really do anything for me. But, like, Little Miss Sunshine's freaking awesome. I love Little Miss Sunshine. Like, all the stuff between Abigail Breslin and Alan Arkin's character together. And then, like, when he gets up on stage and, like, does the dance with her and all that stuff, it's, like, really, really fun stuff. And then the whole, like once the grandpa dies, they have to like sneak him out of the hospital and stuff. It's just good stuff. Like it's just so much fun. So yeah, like and it's a great cast. Like I love like Greg Kinnear and Toni Collette with like as the two parents just kind of fighting with each other the whole time, but then having to deal with all these problems their families having on this little road trip that they're going on. And I love all the color palettes too, and like all the costume design, like all that stuff. Like it's great all the way around. But Little Miss Sunshine, it went up against The Departed when it was nominated. So like it's a pretty heavy hitter to go up against. So like maybe it should have won, maybe not. I'm not sure. Like there's a case to be made possibly, but I mean yeah. So I'll vote Little Miss Sunshine. Yeah, pretty easily here. So yeah, Little Miss Sunshine it is.
All right, Little Miss Sunshine. Yep.
Yeah. But let's see. Oh, moving on. We got The Help going up against A Serious Man. Okay. Almost at the end of the sun. Yeah. Ooh. So was Jordan first?
Owens. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My knife and fork.
Alrighty. It took me a minute to really get into A Serious Man. I did The Help was more up my alley, and some really fun performances in here as well. A couple interesting moments as well. So I'll go with The Help.
Yeah, sounds good. Steve?
The Help is a very patronizing movie. It's a movie that really just doesn't work on me on any level. I just feel like it just patronizes the audience. It's like it's like trying to hit the backseat with all the emotional stuff that's happening there, and not that I don't sympathize with what's happening in the movie. Don't get me wrong, but like that, I think that movie's just it's a little slightly tone deaf, in my opinion. A Serious Man, I think it's one of the most underrated Coen brothers movies of their catalog. It's set in the 60s. It's about this guy struggling with life and it's just shit being piled on top of him. Much shit after shit after shit goes just being on top of him, and he's like, why the fuck is this happening to me? And you know, that's what it's about life, basically. Like, why does shit keep piling up onto me when I'm trying to be a really good person? And it's about religion, it's about life, it's about family sometimes, and I think it's a movie that's little seen by people, and I think it was, in my opinion, one of my favorite movies of that year. So I'm going with A Serious Man on here.
That sounds good. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm not as big on The Help either. I think it's an okay movie. I think it just, for whatever reason, gets remembered for the shit serving scene than anything else, and it kind of serves to what the legacy of that movie has become. That nobody really remembers anything else besides the shit pie. Yeah, it's like okay, but A Serious Man is one of the better Coen Brothers movies, probably the last 20 years or so. So I'll go Serious Man as well.
Yeah. I'll probably vote for the Help. I haven't seen A Serious Man, but I mean, like I'm a decent Coen Brothers fan. Like they're like a lot of like really really good movies that they've done. So I mean, that right there, intriguing enough. Even though I'm not like super familiar with a lot of the cast. There's maybe a couple of people that I kind of recognize, like Richard Kind, or I don't know. There's a couple little like side characters that I do recognize, but yeah, I just haven't seen it, so I can't really say too much about it. But The Help, actually had a good time with it. I actually really like a lot of the performances in it. I mean, especially from Octavia Spencer and Viola Davis were like good for me. Even Emma Stone. I mean, so yeah, I'll vote for The Help. Yeah. Chad?
All right, Chad?
Yeah. So if you asked me maybe, a few months ago, I might have had a different take on this. But as far as The Serious Man goes, I mean, I've seen both of these. As far as The Serious Man goes, I really like the Coen brothers. I like most of their stuff. I don't think A Serious Man was for me. I watched it and I was like, I don't understand why people think this is a good movie. I just don't understand this movie at all. I think I need to revisit it just to see, what I had seen. I don't know, but The Help, I actually because I saw it once and then I heard all of the kind of backlash against it and people like maybe kind of similar to like The Blind Side, stuff like that. But then I rewatched it again for my other Oscar show. And I really enjoyed it the second time. I think it's kind of underrated, to be honest. There's a lot of great performances in there. I love Jessica Chastain in this. Bryce Dallas Howard is infuriating in it, but in an amazing way. She's a really great actress, and I just love a lot of the performances in the movie. And it's Viola Davis. Oh my God, Octavia Spencer. So
They're
it's
both
a
in the
really
movie.
underrated film, I think. So I'm going Help.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
The Help takes it 3-2.
Yep,
right,
it
The
does.
Help. Sounds good. And let's see what else we got. We got Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close.
All right.
Oh,
Going
God.
up against No Country for Old Men.
Guys, can we
All right.
all see this now?
Easy.
Yeah.
No Country.
Easy, yeah.
Old Men.
By
Yeah, we'll
fucking-
just put
No
in-
Country for Old Men.
yeah.
Extremely Loud is a very
Extremely
bad
Loud
movie.
was a horrible movie.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
It was bad. Yeah, we'll just move
Mhm.
right past
Extremely
that.
loud, incredibly close.
Yep. Oh,
Extremely
we need to
boring
go
and
on and
incredibly
get
horrible.
stuff.
Yeah.
If somebody spoke up. No, I'm just kidding. No.
Mhm.
No, we're good. But we got The Departed versus Zero Dark 30. Here we go. Here's a matchup. So, and it is Steve. You're up first. Sorry, you got to be the first one.
Oh my God. The movie that I prefer over to Hurt Locker is Zero Dark 30, but it's going against it's not The Departed.
Departed?
If you say The Departed, you gotta say The Departed. You park your car by the yard by Harvard.
Yeah.
Right.
This is like Boston. I mean, hell, I even shot a picture of the city hall. I even made a little toy rat right next to it. Just made a shot of it. Like Departed.
Yeah.
There you go. Scorsese. This is an excellent movie. I really enjoy this movie. It's a remake of Internal Affairs, a Hong Kong movie from 1997, I believe. And it's almost a shot for shot remake. Obviously, the location is a little different, but I love The Departed. It has a great cast: DiCaprio, Damon, you got freaking Ray Winestone, and Kevin Corrigan, and you also have a lot of people that are also in the movie. Alec Baldwin,
Kevin Corrigan,
Martin Sheen. Martin Sheen's in this movie too, so I'm gonna go with Departed because I really enjoy this movie and I think it is one of the best films of the 2000s.
That sounds good. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, I'll go with The Departed just slightly. I think Zero Dark 30 is really well made and well done, and worth a watch. But I think The Departed is. It's good stuff, and I rewatched it recently because I hadn't seen it in a long time, and it holds up. It's really, really good. I wish Nicholson, if he was going to retire, would have retired with this movie instead of doing like bucket list and shit right afterwards. You know what I mean? Just go out on a big high note with this movie and do with that. So I'll go with the Departed.
Yeah. Like I'll say that The Departed isn't my favorite Scorsese movie, but I think here though, like I would probably vote for it because I do like it slightly more than Zero Dark 30, but Zero Dark 30 is great too. Like I would agree with Steve that it's probably one that I'd like just a little more than the Hurt Locker. I think that the cast is just a little more solid and just the subject matter, the way it's directed, it's a little more solid to me. But I mean, The Departed is great though. Like even though it's not my favorite Scorsese movie, that's not saying a lot. Like because like Like almost everything Scorsese's made has been great. So yeah, so this movie is really, really good, and it's a movie that made me want to go back and watch Infernal Affairs because I'm a huge fan of like Korean and Asian cinema, like all that stuff in it, and that movie's really solid too. If you haven't seen Infernal Affairs, definitely go check that one out too. So yeah, The Departed for sure. Like yeah, I'll vote for that. Chad?
Like I said, a Little Miss Sunshine should have won. I really hate The Departed. I think it's not a good movie at all. I have a very interesting relationship with Scorsese. I love Hugo. I love The Last Temptation of Christ. There's a lot of movies that I love of Scorsese. The Color of Money. I can name a lot that I love. I just don't love The Departed. I probably will revisit it, maybe like it a little bit more. But as of now, I do not like The Departed. I do like Zero Dark 30. Zero Dark 30. Boom.
Yeah, sounds good. Jordan?
I like Zero Dark 30. You know what I mean? A good eclectic cast. You even got a scruffy Chris Pratt up in there. Chastain doing great as always. But my love definitely goes towards Departed. I really do like it a lot. Nicholson's great. I thought it got snubbed. Wahlberg got it instead of him for Best Supporting. That was an interesting choice. I love the kind of love affair between DiCaprio, Damon, and Vera Farmiga. There's an interesting little play in there as well. And just trying to see, all the different lies and people just trying to get by. And it's got some good twists that you don't see coming and whatnot. So I definitely give some love to the Departed. Maybe take out the rat at the very end.
Yeah, right.
All right. Departed's moving on.
Well, The Departed it is, but I will say though that when Zero Dark 30 came out, though, I was really hyped on it. It's a movie where they freaking got Osama bin Laden, so come on. So yeah, but
or did they?
Spoilers.
I don't know. That's my only quibble with that movie. Or did they? I think it's kind of a bullshit movie, but okay. Yeah.
Well, I just want to see it depicted in a movie. Like I just want to see him die on screen, even if it's an actor. I don't care. So yeah. But up next we got Frost Nixon going up against The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. So all right. So is it you, Austin? I think you're first.
Yeah. This is another tough one. I really like Frost Nixon a lot. I've seen it a couple of times. I think it's a nice verbal throwdown. But I just literally just rewatched Benjamin Button recently for me and Henry's thing of David Fincher movies, and it held up pretty well. I really liked it. Man, it's really tough. You know what? It might be more recency bias just because I just saw it again, but I'll go Benjamin Button on this one just by a little bit.
Well, I have not seen Frost Nixon, but it's one that I definitely want to see, though. That's one of the probably like in the top 5 or like 10 on this list that on my blind spots that I really want to check out. But I just watched The Curious Case of Benjamin Button for the first time just yesterday, and I really, really liked it, but I do think it's a little too long. Like it could have been like cut down by like 30 minutes, something like that. Like there's some stuff in the beginning, maybe could have like cut down, like not the very beginning, but like near the beginning, and then maybe a little in the middle. But like the ending stuff, I really, really like, and like keep all of that for sure. But yeah, just besides that though, like it's a really cool story. It's like a really interesting premise, and actually do all the de-aging really, really well. I mean, there's a little bits and pieces that look a little cartoonish if you look really close. You really kind of have to be looking pretty close for that. I think that it looks like Brad Pitt all the way through until they switch actors at the end. But for like the teenager and the kid stuff. But yeah, like it's a solid movie all the way around. Just a little long for me, but I'll still vote for it. I'll vote for Benjamin Button. So, Chad.
I also have a pretty weird relationship with David Fincher films. There's a lot that people claim are fantastic and I think are not as great, but then there's some that I absolutely adore. With Benjamin Button, I haven't seen it in a very long time, like since it came out. I don't remember it being particularly good. I feel like it's probably on the lower end of his spectrum there, of his filmography. But I need to give it a revisit soon. However, I haven't seen Frost Nixon, but I've heard way more great things about Frost Nixon, like, you know, the tension in the movie and just like how you make a movie like that super interesting. So I'm just going to go Frost Nixon.
Yeah, sounds good. Jordan, what do you think?
I like both of these. They're kind of on par to a large degree. I'm never gonna mind when great character actors like Frank Langella or Michael Sheen are kind of front and center.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's always pretty cool. They don't get enough props sometimes. And a great supporting cast as well. You know what I mean? Ron Howard also, who has kind of an up and down track record. Making a really good film here. But I'll go with a slightly more fantastical, more memorable, Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Another movie that I feel like you could pick apart a little bit more later as the years have gone on, but I feel like it's a really well made film, and even a lower tier Fincher, so actually a pretty decent flick. So I'll go with Benjamin Button.
Yeah, sounds good. Steve, what do you think?
I'm going with Curious Case of Benjamin Button. I am a big Fincher fan. I think this is a really good movie, not a great movie. I like how he was trying to, the adaptation of the novel itself, and it has a lot of Fincher trademarks, dark lighting, just the testing of humanity, and also has Kate Blanchett, Brad Pitt, and Tilda Swinton, Julia Ormond, and Casey Jones, Elias Koteas in this movie as well. If it's basically in a blink you miss it movie basically. I'm gonna have to go with Benjamin Button, even though it's not the stronger of all of his films. It's pretty solid for enough where we should probably pass this on.
Yeah.
All right, Benjamin Button.
All right, Benjamin Button it is. All right. Let's see. Then up next we still have Winter's Bone going up against Argo. All right.
Oh. Okay.
Lest we forget about a couple of these. So
Jordan Anderson.
So I feel like I've seen Winter's Bone because I feel like I remember so much about it, but I don't know if I've seen it all the way through. Like I might have caught it on TV after it was first released. So I don't really have a lot I can say about it, but I mean Argo's great though. Like for a story like that about the whole Iran hostage situation, and for it to be Ben Affleck's. Was this the first movie that he ever directed? I think it was his first one. Right?
This is the third.
It's the third. Okay.
Gone Baby Gone, The Town, and then Argo. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I wasn't sure on the order that they're released. I didn't want to misspeak there, but yeah, just all the tension that he built too, and it's kind of weird because it was a year where he's getting all this praise as a director, and then he totally got snubbed at the Oscars, but he won for director all these other award shows, so that was kind of interesting. But yeah, it's a pretty just on the edge of your seat. He really built the tension was my favorite part of it, and make a story like that super interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna vote for Argo. So, Chad.
Yeah, I'm kind of actually with you right there, Jordan, on Winter's Bone. I remember starting it and I never finished it. I don't think that's anything to say about the quality of the film. I think J-Law, as usual, is pretty great in the movie. I just don't remember it that much. I just don't remember the full story. However, I'm not that insane about Argo either. I remember liking the movie, but not really loving it. I think if I had to choose a Ben Affleck directed film, I'd probably go Gone Baby Gone or The Town over this one. But I remember it more, and I think it's a good movie. I'll go Argo.
Yeah, sounds good. Jordan, what do you think?
So Winter's Bone is actually pretty good. I do recommend trying to give it another shot. The breakout performance from J-Law. This is a year before she was Mystique and really had done anything huge. So this is the movie where she really came into being on a lot of people's radars. It's a great tale about her trying to just save her family in the Ozarks. A gripping tale from the Ozarks before the Ozark TV show. And a shout out to John Hawkes, who I think is a fantastic actor as well, who doesn't get enough love. He's great in this as well. But for that being said, I do give some love to Winter's Bone. I love Argo. Affleck's first 3 films as the director, I think, are all bangers. This actually weirdly might be my third favorite of his first 3. But that being said, I still think it's really good here. It's another great cast. Scott McNairy, Leo Duvall are trapped as well. And of course, John Goodman's really good in this, and Affleck's really good. And speaking of snubs that I've talked about a couple times, one of the biggest snubs, the fact that this won Best Picture, but not a directing nod for Ben. They fucked you,
Like,
Ben.
really?
They fucked you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
One of the biggest snubs in a long time. Yeah. But Steve, what do you think?
So I'm gonna take that winter bone and I'm gonna tell you to go fuck yourself with this one.
Oh, okay.
No, man, Winter Bones. It's a solid movie, but it has great performances with J Law and John Hawkes. But it's one of those movies that's kind of, you watch it and you kind of forget it, like, oh wait, that's a movie. Argo, we've all talked. Everybody else on this panel has talked about it. One Best Picture. Affleck got snubbed. One of the biggest snubs in Oscar history, next to Paul Giamatti for Sideways. But yeah, this is an entertaining movie. Even had John Goodman playing John Chambers, one makeup artist that actually did some work on with Planet of the Apes, and other classic movies. So and I'm gonna have to go with Argo here.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, Austin.
Yeah, Ben Affleck doesn't get a nomination, but that asshole Michael Haneke, the Funny Games guy who's shitting on horror fans,
Yeah, right.
gets a director nomination. So fuck that guy again.
Yeah.
Just one more time before we move on from him, and it should have been Affleck at least getting nominated. Yeah, Argo's great. I like it a lot. Winter's Bone's good too, though. I've seen it 2 or 3 times. It's really, really good. John Hawkes is the shit, and that movie's great. But yeah, I'll go with Argo.
He's awesome, man. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, Argo it is. So, all right. Yep, we still got a couple. We got Django Unchained and Lincoln. Ooh. They're 2 very different movies, but they're both great. So I think Chad, you're up.
Chad?
Yeah, like I said back with Inglourious Bastards, I did bring Django up. I think this kind of like later slate of films, maybe not Hateful Eight and stuff as much, but Bastards and Django are just phenomenal movies. I just love this one so much. I love the take on the old kind of South Western type of feel. Django getting revenge for years of slavery and stuff like that. You don't get to see a lot of these great revisionist history type films where Django becomes a free man, just goes killing a bunch of white people. And it's just really fun to watch for me. And I think what's his face? Christoph Waltz is great. And then Leo, holy shit, I forgot. I said What's Eating Gilbert Grape. No, this is probably his best performance right
Forget
here.
about Django.
Just smashing his hand, bleeding, and not caring, smearing it on Kerry Washington's face. Just complete just lost in that performance. It's just the best. And I just love this movie through and through. Lincoln is also a really great movie from what I remember. Another great Daniel Day movie performance, but I feel like that one's more on the paint by numbers, kind of boring side. I think it's probably pretty interesting if you're really into Lincoln or politics and stuff, but Django is just a blast, and I love that movie. On some days, it may be my favorite Quentin Tarantino film. Django.
Yeah, sounds good. Jordan?
Lincoln's a good flick, man. It's a powerful one, great message. Another great cast too. I mean, talk about Django's cast. Lincoln's got a banger of a cast too. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. So many people pop up in this movie that you'll forget if you haven't seen it recently. But my love and my vote is definitely going to go to Django as well here. I mean, Chad already set up how great Leo is in this. It kind of steals the show, and that's saying something when everyone's really good as well. A twofer for Waltz coming from Bastards to doing this. You can tell why Tarantino was high on him at the time. And I think Samuel Jackson's really fun in his part. The Jonah Hill cameo, a lot of funny stuff here. So bloody as all hell, fun as all hell. Django Unchained.
Are we wearing these
Yeah.
hoods?
Can we all just
Yeah,
agree
right?
it was a good idea, but maybe not well thought out?
Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, Steve, what do you think?
Oh man, Tarantino, Spielberg, two of my
Yep.
favorite actors clashing together. But man, Tarantino, honestly, I favor Tarantino more than Spielberg, so I'm going with Django. The D is silent. I love this prequel of Shaft. It's a really good prequel of Shaft here. So
Yeah.
Bro Hendo on Shaft and everything. Django Freeman. You also got Don Johnson in there too. You got a whole bunch of people in there. Dennis Christopher, he's in that movie too. So he's in the Breaking Away movie and It.
Oh.
He's also in this movie as well. Everybody's hitting it on all five cylinders of this movie. Fox, Waltz, DiCaprio, Carey, Jackson. They're all hitting it all. Everybody's is amazing in this movie. This is probably my third favorite. This is my third favorite Tarantino movie, and it definitely deserves to move on and probably make it to one of almost all the way into the tournament here.
Yep. I agree. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, Django by a long shot. It's my number one Tarantino movie. I love this movie so much. I've probably seen it 40, 50 times. I adore this movie. I kind of waffles between this and Hateful Eight, which is my favorite one. If anybody saw my Henry's episode we did with Tarantino, I go back and forth on these, but Django right now is sitting at number one, and I love it. I think it'll go really far. It's awesome. So Django, big time for me.
Yeah, like I think Django might be my favorite Western of all time. I mean, it's just like so good. But I'm on the line with Steve that it's my third favorite Quentin Tarantino movie after Pulp Fiction and Inglourious Bastards. But I mean, like this movie's so good. I mean, and like both of these movies, the cast list just goes on and on and on. I won't sit here and go through it all, but I mean, but I think that I probably have to give the edge to Django Unchained just because I'm a huge history buff and I do like some historical movies. I think Lincoln's awesome too. It just gets a little slow for me in times. Like it just doesn't like keep me as interested. But I mean that performance from Daniel Day-Lewis though, it's just like he transformed. He is Lincoln. Like he's not. Like he's no longer Daniel Day-Lewis. He is Abraham Lincoln. So, but I mean, Django though just edges it out. So like I would have voted for Lincoln had it gone up against most of these other movies, but not against Django. So Django it is.
All right. Yep.
So moving on. But that's the thing about the randomizer. These are all random matchups, so you can have powerhouses like these going up against each other in the first round. So. But we still have Precious on here going up against Ray. So,
Okay.
so
Mr. Owens.
Jordan, yeah.
I mean, Precious has some good performances in it, but I got to go definitely more towards Ray. A breakout as far as dramatic for Jamie Foxx at that point had kind of been your rom-com, you know what I mean, kind of guy, like, you know what I mean,
Sitcom,
comedies. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you didn't necessarily see this coming, but I think he freaking nails it, man. And it really rejuvenated his career in a whole different direction. So gripping tale as well. So Ray.
Yeah. Steve.
Yeah, I'm going with Ray on this one. This is one of my favorite biopics that I've seen, and this was before the biopic was outplayed. It has a fantastic soundtrack. I know I bought this soundtrack like when we had CDs, and now that technology is obsolete now. So, that Jamie Foxx definitely deserved this Academy Award for his performance of Ray Charles. And you also have to remember I believe it also has Regina King in it too, and on Hilary Ellis is also in this movie as well.
Yep.
David Krumholtz as well, and directed by Curtis Hanson as well, director of LA Confidential.
So and 8 Mile.
Ray over Pressure.
Mm-hmm. That sounds good. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to vote for Ray, but I will say, just as a side note, it's really hard to rewatch Ray and Walk the Line after you've seen Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story, which completely obliterates the story structure of both of these movies. So, but I'll still vote for Ray.
Yeah, like I think I got to vote for Ray here too. I'm thinking it might be a clean sweep here, but we'll see. But yeah, like Jamie Foxx, like we talk about a near transformation. I mean, yeah, like he became Ray Charles, and he gave a really incredible performance in a movie where like I didn't know if I was going to be that interested in it, and it really hooked me. And then I had a really fun time with this movie, and like Precious, I don't really care for it. Like I don't even know what that like. It really wasn't a movie really like it meant for me or like my type of an audience. Like I just didn't really understand it. Maybe I need to rewatch it. I don't know, but I just didn't get it. So I'll vote Ray. So, Chad?
Yeah, it's not going to be a clean sweep. I'm going to go Precious. And the only reason I'm going Precious because I haven't seen Ray. I love Jamie Foxx. I really want to check out Ray. But I have seen Precious. I don't remember loving it or anything like that, but I remember really, really liking the performances. Monique in that movie is like really, really harsh, but like you kind of understand the character in a weird way. And it's just kind of a really kind of demented, sad movie, but you feel like shit like that actually really happens to people. And I imagine so if the Sapphire, whoever wrote the book, maybe had some there's truth in like every story, I imagine, and it's probably someone didn't have a great time. But I might go Ray if I had seen it, but I'm going Precious just to throw a little love in that direction. It's not winning, so
fair enough.
Yeah, but I remember that it was a unique choice that they decided to have all the actors in Precious without any makeup on. So you see like Mariah Carey with no makeup, and then like Abori Sadib and Monique and all them without any makeup on. So that was an interesting choice. I mean, like I'm kind of glad that they like tried something out like that. So yeah, I mean, props to them. But I believe that's probably the last matchup.
Ray Charles did the song for "In the Heat of the Night." So.
Yeah, that's solid. A solid theme song, which I've been contemplating on maybe doing a tournament of like best TV theme songs, but with copyright, and we'll have to think about it. But but yeah.
All right, so this is the part of the show. All right, here's the fun part of the show where now that we've got all the pleasantries out of the way, we talked about the movies, we kick it into super overdrive, and we go super fast on the votes, literally 10 seconds or less. Rapid fire votes, one or the other. You got to make a quick decision, and we're going to vote fast and get to a finale here. So, and see who makes it. So here we go. Kick it into high gear. Yeah, starting with Steve Mesa, $1 Million Baby versus Inception. Go.
Inception.
Yeah.
All right. I'm also going to go Inception.
Yeah. I'm also going to go Inception. Chad?
Then I'll throw a little love to $1 Million Baby then.
And we'll go right back to Inception.
All right. Right back. All right.
All right.
It is. We have Brokeback Mountain going up against Toy Story 3. Right.
I'm up first. I'll go Toy Story.
I'll go Toy Story pretty easy. Chad?
I adore Brokeback, but yeah, Toy Story 3 is amazing. Toy Story 3.
We got the toys, so come on. Yeah.
Let's go. Toy Story.
Yep. Steve?
Throwing my one love with Brokeback Mountain, then.
Yeah, sure. You can throw out some love, but Toy Story 3 it is. Right.
Okay.
Now, next we got District 9 going against the Queen. Two totally opposite.
All right.
Didn't we see this before? Oh, we didn't.
Yeah.
No.
Not quite.
Jordan?
District 9. Yeah.
Chad?
Oh, yeah. I mean, with this, I haven't seen either. I'd say District 9 is probably the more innovative movie.
Yeah. Jordan?
Well, as I predicted, the Queen had a Queen sleep, and now it's going to be the opposite. District 9.
Yep. All right.
District
From
9.
a Queen sweep to a Queen Sleep.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Austin.
Yeah. Queen only made it through because of the previous match, so District 9 pretty easily. Yeah.
Yep. District 9 it is. All right. And next we got Slumdog Millionaire against Beast of the Southern Wild. Right.
Okay. All right,
So
Chad.
Chad.
Oh, I'll say I haven't seen it, but I'll say Beasts.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good. Jordan.
As a friend of mine once said, "Tally ho, Slumdog Millionaire."
Yeah. Tally ho.
Yeah, great
whatever
song.
it is.
Yeah,
Tally
Slumdog
ho,
Millionaire.
Is that what it is? Yeah. But, yeah, sounds good. Austin.
Yeah, this time I'll go Slumdog.
Yeah, I'll go Slumdog. So Slumdog
All right,
it
Slumdog
is.
moving on.
Slumming it right into the third round. All right.
Mhm.
we got
Okay.
Glorious
Glorious
Bastards going
Bastard.
up against Silver
Oh,
Linings
okay.
Playbook.
Playbook.
All right.
Okay. All right, Mr.
So-
Owens, you're first.
Owens.
Oh man, bastard. Bastard.
Yeah. Steve.
Avia Verdecci, Silver Linings Playbook. Bastards.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. Austin.
Yeah, I need my 100 scalps, and I want my scalps, bastards.
Yep. Yeah, I got to go with Glorious Bastards. Yep.
I
Chad.
speak the first best Italian. Yeah,
Hmm.
bad luck for Silver Linings, but Bastards.
Bastards.
Yeah.
All right.
Glorious Bastards. All right.
Okay.
Then we have Black Swan going up against Hugo. Ooh.
Oh, okay. All right, Mesa.
Black Swan because directed by Aronofsky.
Yeah. Austin.
I would vote for Hugo if I'd seen it recently. I'm due for my rewatch very soon. I'm gonna go Black Swan.
Well, Hugo because it's directed by Martin Scorsese. Chad.
I adore Hugo. I love Black Swan, but I adore Hugo.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like
Okay.
Hugo is going to the next round. Hugo.
Yeah.
Hugo. All right.
I thought you were going to say Hugo away for a minute.
Yeah.
Not quite. though.
Hugo, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But next we got the Hurt
The Hurt.
Locker versus Up in the Air.
Oh,
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
okay.
All right.
Who's
It's on
first?
me first. Yeah,
Okay.
this one's easy. It's still in my top 64, Up in the Air. It's fucking great. Yeah.
And after tonight, I get to evaluate, since I just watched it for the first time, where it's going to land on my overall movie watch list. And may make it pretty high, maybe, but I'm going to go Up in the Air. So,
I
Chad?
also love Up in the Air.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jordan?
It hurts me to say Up in the Air,
Yep.
but it really doesn't.
Yeah.
Up in the
yeah. Steve?
Vera Farmiga. I mean, Up in the Air. Sorry.
Yeah.
Vera Farmiga's ass double, not a real
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
I was wondering if that was actually her or not. I was like, that's probably like
No. It was unfortunately
It
a
was
double.
me.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, it was you?
But
Yeah.
Nice.
we have Moneyball going up against the Social Network.
Damn.
Okay. All right, Jordan.
Yeah,
Two Sorkins.
yeah, the
Mhm.
Sorkins.
Sorkin and Up.
Jordan Owens, right?
No, you, Jordan Anderson.
Oh,
Go.
me. Okay. Then Social Networks. Yeah.
Mhm.
Chad.
I adore both of these movies, but yeah, Social Network.
Yeah.
I'll concur. 3 votes. Social Network.
Yeah.
Social Network.
Steve. Yeah. Austin.
Yeah. Clean sweep, Social Network.
Clean sweep. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's
Good
the
job,
end of that
guys. I think we're
side.
moving to the other side. Good job, everybody. Keep it
Yeah.
moving here to the other side.
Keep it moving. We
See
got
what we got.
Juno v. The Descendants. All right.
Okay. Chad.
Chad.
I really love both of these, but Juno.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, this is a close one. I'll agree, Juno.
Yeah. Steve.
Mason.
Do I have to pick between these movies? All right.
Yeah.
I'm going with
Yeah.
Juno. Juno.
Yeah. Austin.
The Descendants.
Yeah. And I still haven't seen The Descendants since the last round, so I got to vote Juno.
It's
All right,
lagging.
Juno for one.
Yep, I know, right?
Get on it.
She had it playing in the background or something. Yeah.
Mhm.
But We have Atonement going up against Good Night and Good Luck.
All right, Owens.
Owens.
Now I'll go Good Night, Good Luck.
Yeah. Steve?
I'm gonna say good night and good luck to Atonement because good night and good luck's moving on.
Mhm.
Yeah. Austin?
Yeah, I'm sticking with my boy Clooney. Good night and good luck.
Yeah, I'll go with Good Night and Good Luck. I haven't seen either of these, but that one looks more interesting.
Well, I need
Chad?
to see Good Night and Good Luck, but I'll vote Atonement, even though it's not
Mhm.
moving on.
That's fine.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Well, good night and good
Luck
luck.
moves on.
All right. Good luck in the next round. We have a more going up. There will be blood. Oh, okay.
Easy choice.
All right. Easy.
Right.
Fuck Michael Haneke. Let's all vote. There will be blood. Fuck
Yeah.
Michael
1,
Haneke.
2, 3. There will be
There you
blood. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
All right.
put it through.
Easy. Save some
So,
time.
Yeah. With the Life of Pi that we never got to talk about, so we can if you want. But in 10 seconds or less. But go up against True Grit. So
All right, Mesa.
Steve Mesa. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Life of Pi. I like Life of Pi. Ang Lee. Actually, this is the one where you won the Oscar. Second? Yeah, this is the one where you're on, not Brokeback Mountain. My bad. So yeah. Also, there's a shot in 3D. Saw this movie in theaters. Really good, and it's just very Life of Pi.
Very visually stunning. Yeah. But Austin.
I'll go True Grit. I've become a big Western fan over the last couple of years, and it's one of the better modern Westerns, True Grit.
Yeah. I'll go for the Life of Pi. Like, I actually had a lot of fun with the movie that I didn't think I would. So, yeah, Life of Pi.
Yeah, Life of Pi is super innovative with its cinematography at Life of Pi, for sure.
Yeah.
I'll actually concur. Yeah, we get a chance to talk about it because everyone be hating on Crash. But Life of Pi.
Yeah. Life of Pi. All right.
Okay.
So Life of Pi it is. All right.
Mm-hmm.
We got Little Miss Sunshine going up against The Help, two like bright yellow posters.
Yeah.
So,
all right. I'm up first. I'll go Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah, I'll go Little Miss Sunshine. Chad?
Easily Little Miss Sunshine. I adore that movie.
Yeah. Jordan?
Owens?
Yeah, I feel like The Help kind of scraped by before, but Little Miss Sunshine for sure this round.
Yeah. Steve?
Make it 5, baby.
Make it 5. Yeah. All right. Sunshine.
Will not get by with a little help from your friends. You can't. So, Little Miss Sunshine. All right. And we got No Country for Old Men going against The Departed.
No.
All right.
That's a tough one.
Tough. Yeah.
All right. Jordan Anderson. So first.
Well, I just saw No Country for Old Men this week for the first time, and man, Anton Chigurh is just like one of the craziest villains. Like, I finally understand what everyone says when they talk about him as one of the best villains. So I'm gonna vote No Country for Old Men. But I will say though, I just wanted to just throw it in. I know we're going quick here, but like I thought it had a like pretty terrible ending though. Even though I'm still gonna vote for it, the ending was weird. So, anyways.
If you look at No Country for Old Men completely from Tommy Lee Jones's like perspective, apparently it's a very different movie. It's a masterpiece of a film. No Country for Old Men, way better than The Departed, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Jordan.
Well, that's what you think, Chad, because I'm going with The Departed.
Oh, all right. Steve?
We already got a Scorsese movie in, I think. Did we? I don't know.
I thought so.
I think Hugo's still in there.
Hugo's still in there,
there
so I'm getting a Coen brother movies in there. No Country.
Yeah. Austin?
I'll also go No Country, just by a little bit though. I like The Departed a lot.
Yeah.
No Country.
No Country.
All right.
Is that right? We got The Curious Case of Benjamin Button up against Argo. All right.
Oh, okay. Chad.
I think Argo's the more interesting film.
Yeah. Jordan?
Add me on Xbox at Ben Affleck, Argo.
Sure, yeah. Steve?
Yo, Ben Affleck was a bomb in Phantoms, yo. Come on.
Phantoms like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Austin?
Yeah, Argo.
Yeah, I'll pick Argo, but it's just by a little bit for me. So, but I'll still vote Argo.
So clean sweep.
All right.
So,
Argo's in.
Clean sweep. All right.
Okay. And last one on this side, I think. Django.
Yeah. Django versus
What's
Ray.
Ray?
So
Jamie
got two
Foxx versus
Jamie
Jamie
Foxx.
Foxx.
Yeah.
All
There
right.
we go.
All right.
Siren Boy. All right.
All right. Jordan Owens is up first.
Just because I feel like I know where it's gonna go, let's show some love to Ray.
Sure, yeah. Steve?
Love the way you die, boy. Django Unchained all the way.
Yeah.
You die, boy. Ray.
Austin?
You mean we should treat him like white folks? No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Django.
Yeah, like Django left me with some like pretty visceral responses, like seeing all the slaves fight each other and all that stuff. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna go with Django.
Django's a great
Chad?
movie. I'm Django moving on for sure.
Yeah. Django.
All right. Well, Django.
Moving on.
Django.
The last one.
Always been alone. Django.
Yeah.
That's the song from the original movie, by the way. If you haven't seen the original 66 Django,
Okay.
go watch it. It's good.
Franco Nero.
Franco Nero, my boy.
Although,
Yeah.
the winners from this round, though, will be in our Elite 8 poll tomorrow in the Schwan and Friends and Family group. So you can go on.
All right. Choose wisely what makes it into the poll, because this is it right here. Yep. All right. Let's see.
We don't want people to
Inception.
be too pissed off at us. I mean, or do we really care?
We'll see.
I don't know. Yeah. We got Inception going up against Toy Story 3.
Oh, same year, right? 2010?
Yeah, same year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Same
Right.
summer, I think. Yeah. All right. So we got Steve Mesa. Unfortunately, you got to go first on this one.
No, ain't no unfortunately about it, man. Inception.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Austin?
Yeah. Toy Story 2 is my favorite of the series, so I'll go Inception.
Well, Toy Story 3 is my favorite of the series. And yeah, I think for an animated movie, it's like a near masterpiece. So Toy Story 3.
I love both of these
Chad?
selections. I love all 4 Toy Stories, but I'm still going Toy Story 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Comes down to you, Owens.
Shit.
Yep.
I'm so on the line. We will move forward with Inception.
Okay.
Inception's the first one.
It is. All right. The first one in the
That was
poll.
a toughie. I was
Yeah,
happy to go with what y'all decided. You got to put me on the line.
Right.
All right. District
What we got?
9.
District 9 going up against Slumdog Millionaire. So.
Okay.
All right.
Me first. I'm going to go District 9. Pretty easy on this one.
I'm going to go District 9 pretty easy, yeah. Chad?
Yeah, I feel like people talk about District 9 way more. I'll go District 9.
Yeah. Jordan?
Well, we haven't talked that much, have we, Chad? Slumdog Millionaire.
Yeah.
Jai Ho.
Steve?
Jai Ho.
We should talk
Slumdog
more.
Millionaire.
Yeah. All right.
You never
That's
called.
District 9, right?
Yeah,
District 9, 3-2.
3-2.
Slips in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. All right. What we
I'm
got?
afraid of what might be coming.
Inglourious Bastards up against Hugo.
Okay.
All right.
Ooh, there's some tough match. The next match tough too, I think, from what I remember. So yeah.
Scorsese.
All right. And Tarantino.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Jordan Anderson. All right.
Yeah, I got to go Inglourious Bastards. Yeah. Chad?
Yeah, I love both of these movies so much, but
This one's
yeah, I'll go
tough.
Bastards for sure.
Yeah. Jordan?
Yeah, I got to go towards the Bastards.
Yep. Yeah. Steve?
Time for Shoshana to burn that motherfucker to the ground. Inglourious Bastards.
Yep.
Mhm.
Austin?
3 glasses. Inglourious Bastards.
Yep. Yeah. Inglourious Bastards. All right. All right. So we got Up in the Air
no.
going up against.
Oh no.
Social
Fuck. God damn it.
Oh,
no.
Oh no. Fuck.
Oh,
Let's go.
Are both of these in your 64? Or?
Yes, they are. Yes. Oh,
An
my
awesome.
God.
Yeah. Yeah.
These are mine. Yeah, both of them are. Oh fuck me.
That's
I got a minute to
which
think
one's
about it
ours.
because Chad's up first.
Okay.
Yeah, shit.
Deliberate,
Yes,
Chad.
I'm right there with Austin. I love both of these, but it's a little easier for me. I'm going Social Network for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, I'm not going to mind if either one goes on, but I lean towards Social Network.
Yeah.
Hey,
Steve?
do you know anything about Harvard? I think I got to log into something like here. Oh, yeah, it's okay. It's a Facebook movie. All right. Social Network.
Yeah.
Not a friendship.
Well, Austin, did you have enough time to think?
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter because it's already 3 votes, so my vote doesn't matter anyway. So I'll say up in the air just because it doesn't even matter. Like it's already going through. Like I'm not mad about Social Network going through at all. Like Social Network is fucking amazing. But yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter anyways. Good.
Well,
It didn't matter.
Yeah. Well, I gotta go
Less
with the Social
pressure.
Network because I've already seen it like 20 times. I've only seen Up in the Air once, like a few hours ago. So yeah, I'll go.
Why
with
couldn't
Social
Up in the
Network.
Air be on the other side with like fucking
Right.
The Help and shit, and like it would have like breezed through to the poll or something
Like a
or with
more or
fucking
like a Tree
a
of Life.
more, yeah, those fucking stupid movies over there, yeah, like why couldn't it be over
Yeah.
I
there?
like that Haneke guy though.
Yeah, you like it, big fan?
Yeah. Big fan. Yeah, huge fan.
Well, he doesn't like you.
Your favorite filmmaker, right?
Yeah, why couldn't it be up against
Yeah.
Juno and shit? Like,
Yeah.
like what the fuck, man? Yeah,
We have Juno going up against Good Night and Good Luck.
we could have voted for the
Posters.
better Jason Reitman movie. But yeah, anyways.
Yeah. But who's up?
All right, so Mr. Owens is up first on this one.
Well, let's do it for Reitman. Let's vote for Juno. So at least a Reitman movie can get in, right, guys?
Right? Yeah. I do it for a son. But
My boy
Steve?
Clooney. I love my boy Clooney. Clooney. Good night and good luck.
yeah, Austin.
Good night and good luck, because Juno's the lesser Jason Reitman movie that I'm not going to vote into the poll.
Well, I am gonna vote Juno because I have not seen Good Night and Good Luck, so I'll go with Juno.
It comes down to you, Chad.
I freaking love Juno. Juno's moving on.
Oh, all right.
All right,
Juno
Juno.
it is.
No.
I'm with you.
We need a new like In Sync or whatever that is. But yeah, There Will Be Blood going up against Life of Pi.
I mean, okay.
Okay.
I drink your milkshake.
Mesa.
I drink your milkshake. I drink it a lot. There will be blood.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Austin?
Yeah, There Will Be Blood.
Well, you know, I haven't seen There Will Be Blood, but like I feel like that I should have by now. So I'm still gonna vote There Will Be Blood because I like Life of Pi. I don't love it. So yeah, There Will Be Blood.
Definitely there will be blood.
Well, screw it. I'll give my vote to Life of Pi. Doesn't matter.
Sure,
Okay.
yeah. Why not?
Sure.
So
Okay, so There Will Be Blood is in.
All right. So now we have Little Miss Sunshine going up against No Country for Old Men.
Okay. I'm up first. Pretty easy for me with No Country.
This one's actually pretty tough for me, man. Like I actually really like both these movies, and just because like still don't get the ending to No Country for Old Men because I just barely saw it, I'm gonna go with Little Miss Sunshine. So yeah.
Yeah,
Chad?
definitely both great movies, but I adore A Little Miss Sunshine. I would love to put that on. Move that on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
I'm ecstatic to say Little Miss Sunshine's going through.
Yeah, let's go. Boom.
Whoa.
All
Damn
right.
That's an
Damn
upset.
you guys. Damn you all.
Ah.
I guess
Did you vote,
the
Steve?
the second best picture winner should have it's moving on rather than No Country for Old Men. Yeah, I was voting for No Country for Old Men,
Have
but
a
fuck it.
better ending.
Yep. Yeah, right.
It is a
Way
great
better
movie.
ending. But next we have Argo against Django. All right.
Django. Django. Argo.
Yeah.
Argo. Are you ever Argo? Okay.
Me
Jordan
first?
Jordan Anderson. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's pretty easy. I'm gonna go Django.
Yeah,
Yeah.
easily Django. Yep.
If this was Phantoms, maybe, but it's not. So Django.
Yeah.
Django Unchained, baby.
Yeah, it's very possible we could have Tarantino versus Tarantino in the finals. So Django.
Yeah.
Really?
It's very
Django.
possible.
Tarantino marks. Wow.
Yeah, it
Moving
could be.
on. Yeah. Yep.
All right.
All right. Tarantino he's a heavy favorite for a lot of people. So. All right.
And oddly enough, none of his movies have ever won Best
No.
Picture, right? Like he's only
Nope.
ever won screenplays, which is
yeah,
odd.
right.
Yeah,
Never director either.
Maybe.
Mhm.
Move it
It's a shame.
out. Keep going.
it's a shame.
Well, Inception versus District 9 is what the match is.
Yeah, okay. All right, Inception District 9. Okay, Chad first.
Easily Inception.
I concur. Inception.
Concur. Inception.
Steve? Austin?
Dittos.
Yeah. What all y'all said? Inception.
Yeah, Inception.
So, yeah.
All right.
Inception it is.
Could be a tough match coming up. Inglorious,
Bastard
and I think
versus
Social.
Network.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
That is a tough matchup.
Ooh,
man.
that's a tough match.
This is easy.
Might be the
for me.
toughest one yet for me.
Well, for some people, not for everybody.
Yeah.
Jordan
Well, I mean, they're
Owens.
both classics, but like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
this could be
Yeah.
a final two as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Mhm.
For real.
I'll stick with Bastards, man. I'll stick with Bastards.
Yeah. Steve?
Bastards, baby.
Yeah. Austin?
In this one, Bastards is like mid-level Tarantino for me, so I'm going Social Network.
Yeah. So still has a chance. All right. Because I got to vote for the Social Network. Just because Social Network is in my top 64. Like,
Me too.
but Inglourious Bastards might be just out of my top 100 movies of all time. But it's close. So.
What's your Venmo?
I know.
Chad? Yeah.
I cannot be bought, Steve. I'm sorry.
No bribery.
No,
That's illegal, sir.
I love both of these movies. And I know I'm gonna disappoint somebody, but yeah, it's definitely gonna be Social Network for me.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh,
Social Network.
Fincher takes down
Oh.
Tarantino.
Yeah.
Whoa. All right.
We're not gonna get the Tarantino.
That was a
Ooh.
hard.
That's all
It
right.
was a hard choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
what she
so
said.
they'll be in the- Yep. Yeah,
All
very
right.
hard. But
Mm.
All right, Juno, you had
Juno
it easy.
versus
Fuck off,
you've had
Juno.
an easy
We'll be blind.
bracket. Fuck off, Juno.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Is anybody voting for Juno? No.
I'm not. No.
Well,
Really?
I mean, I absolutely love Juno, but yeah, I would go There Will Be Blood.
You gonna vote Jordan?
Nice
You
try,
raising your
Jordan.
hand on that?
Give it There Will Be Blood. It's obviously blood.
Okay.
I just want to throw chaos.
It's
Sure,
it's
yeah,
closer for me than it
The
is
tournament
Austin.
fights,
Let's
you
put
gotta
it
have
that way.
chaos. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Well, we have Little Miss Sunshine against Django.
All right, Mr. Mesa.
It's not gonna get easier.
Django.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Austin.
Django, have you ever known?
Django. We gotta keep it up.
Yeah.
Chad.
I love both of these fucking movies, but yeah, I'd probably go Little Miss Sunshine on this one actually.
Oh, all right.
Mm.
I'll join you, Chad. We lost the battle, but we'll win
Hell
the
yeah.
war.
Yeah. All right. Yep.
What war?
You
You
know
already
it
lost.
is.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're down to our final
All
four.
right,
there,
down to the
so
final four.
there it
Here we
is.
go. This is for
that one.
the title match. Got four great movies here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right.
All right, Inception versus Social Network. Got Nolan versus Fincher.
Nolan,
Tough one.
Fincher, PTA, and
And Tarantino. Yeah. Four
Tarantino,
powerhouse
right.
directors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
All right.
All right, I'm up first. I'm going Social Network on this one.
Okay. I'm going Social Network too. Chad.
Yep, Social Network for sure.
Yeah.
I concur. Social Network.
Jordan. Yeah. Steve.
Social Network.
Yeah.
Wow, clean sweep against Nolan. Interesting.
Clean
All
sweep.
right.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Social Network
people
in
love
the
that.
finals.
That movie. Yeah. All right.
All
so I'm
right,
up first.
so we
on
got
this
There
one.
Will Be Blood. Yep, you're up first for There Will Be Blood versus Django. All right, Jordan.
Well, I've never seen There Will Be Blood, so I got to go Django because it's freaking awesome. So, Chad.
Django is freaking awesome, but I'm going There Will Be Blood.
Yeah.
Since I didn't get to say it last time, I'll say it now. Django.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Django.
Yeah, I'm
Awesome.
sticking with Django. Hell yeah.
All right. This is
All
the
right.
final.
Both of these are in my 64 too. God damn. So is Django.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. This is
All right. For the whole
Grand-
enchilada.
Grand Slam.
And
Yep.
we're back down to the bottom with Chad. He gets to go first. So Social Network
All
versus
right.
Django for the
The
title.
Social Network. The Social Network.
Oh, okay.
Django is not my vote. Social Network.
Ooh. All right.
Wow. Threw
Steve.
us off there.
Now, should I cause chaos and upset many?
Yeah, vote with your heart.
You could.
You're the final two.
Or shall I?
Vote with your heart or with your brain?
Both.
Which
My
one?
brain. Guys, I'm going with Tarantino, Django Unchained.
All right, Austin.
This is really tough because I've watched both these movies like 30, 40, 50 times. I can't even count. I'll keep it interesting down to the wire and go Django just to put the pressure on Jordan. Keep it going. 2-2.
Oh,
So I
get to decide the grand champion, huh?
Yeah.
All right. I don't usually get this.
I won't be mad about it. I won't be mad about either one because I fucking love both these movies.
Oh, this is tough. Oh, why you gotta do this to me? Why you gotta do me like that? Let's see.
It's Tom Petty up in there.
Just because it's like a movie you wouldn't expect it to be that freaking good, I got to go with The Social Network.
Wow.
Yeah. Social Network it is.
I'm not. I'm not mad about it. That movie is fucking great. That movie's awesome.
It is great. So
it's aging very well.
Yep, that is the winner of our 2003 to 2012 Oscar.
So that's what we think was the best picture nominees.
For us.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what won
Best Picture?
What won Best Picture that year? So that was 2011, right? So the 2020
it was
Oscars?
King's Speech.
King's Speech.
King's Speech, better than King's Speech. Right. Sorry, Social Network's better than King's Speech.
Yeah, King's Speech.
King's Speech didn't make it past like round one, I think.
Yeah, right. Well, it's a movie that's personal to me, but I mean, not to like really anyone else.
It's a good flick, but not to our heart.
It's not as great as Social Network. Come on.
Or Django,
right,
or
Django,
or Little Miss
Sunshine.
It's a fantastic.
Or Inglourious
I'll do it for us tonight, but you can kind of zoom it out and just.
Or Taxi Driver. Oh wait, wrong decade. Sorry.
Was like all these movies. We wouldn't get down to one. So there it is. That's it. So, but anyway, that'll do it. That'll do it for us tonight, you guys. Thanks for joining me tonight. That was a fun time. So. Our next round, we'll be covering the next 64 after 2003. We'll count back 64 more, and we'll go from there.
I want in on that one.
You want in? You can call in.
Yeah, if you guys want in.
If you want it.
I like that. I like the afterwards. I can't wait to talk about.
So we'll start getting into we'll still be in a little bit in 2000. We're getting into a lot of 90s movies, man. I might have to catch up on some of those 90s movies that got nominated. I haven't seen like English Patient and shit like that. Like some movies like that I've missed over the years. Fucking Shakespeare in Love.
I agree with Elaine.
Shit like that.
It's not very good.
Yeah. You all agree with Shakespeare in Love beating Saving Private Ryan? You guys agree with that one? Yeah.
I'm big blunders.
Yeah, Chunnel. I like Chunnel a lot.
Yeah, right. We're gonna have to debate whether or not Forrest Gump deserved it, or if it was what's it?
Shawshank.
Shawshank or Pulp Fiction.
Shawshank easily.
Yeah, Pulp Fiction, any of those, But
those will all be in the tournament, the next one, so that we can decide. That'll be a tough one.
Because I have some hot takes on like some of them that are like underrated that I love, and some that I think are maybe overrated. So that'll be fun to talk about some. But we'll go around the horn and you can tell us where we can find you if you have anything you want to promote. So we'll start with Chad. Where can we find you?
Yeah, I believe, I had a blast on this one. I love being on your guys' shows. They're so much fun. I believe.
And Jordan's favorite movie, Titanic, will be up for consideration in that tournament too.
No, I'm not a Titanic fan.
I am. Titanic's great.
Yeah, I believe myself and my buddy Dylan Randazzo were trying to get on the next one if possible. Speaking of my buddy Dylan, we have our own show. I've mentioned it quite a few times. It's over on the Dill Pickle Movie Network. It's called Picture This. We go through every month. We go through a year of the Oscars. We slowly make it. We nitpick different years. This month we're doing 1967. We go through the year. We talk about all the best pictures. We rank them. We talk about the actors and actresses from that year, the year itself, and then we just basically talk about the movies and our love for the movies and the Oscar ceremonies. And we're doing 1967 in light of Sidney Poitier's passing. This month, next month, we're doing the Oscars, so 2021 films. And then last month we did 1980 with Dan Skip Allen. That was a really fun conversation with him. So we have a really great time. Otherwise, I'm doing a lot of like trivia. I do a lot of debate over at Movie Battlegrounds. It's a lot of really fun times over there. I try to jump around every little bit in the different like Schmodown, like fan league stuff, and have a great time with some really cool people. So that's it. Thank you for having me on. This was fun.
Yeah, for sure. And Jordan Owens, where can we find you?
Yes, you can find me all over the horn. I love appearing here on this network. Between this and T-Record, always a good time. You can find me over at the Piersco Network here on YouTube, doing some movie trivia. We're celebrating 100 episodes of a show about trivia. Sometime this week,
Yeah.
100. That's a big milestone.
Where most people are available. We have a big old melee brawl, rumble to the death cage match. Last man standing extravaganza. So we'll figure that out. But yeah, 100 episodes this week, as well as podcasts, show about shows on that. Picks and lists, movie trivia, Pierce Wrestling Channel, wrestling trivia, exclusive wrestling matches, and Real Pro Wrestling. February 25th, we're in Florida. March 6th and the 12th, we're in Fort Myers. March 19th, we're in Ave Maria. We're in a few different towns here in Florida in our big old 2022 comeback. We took January off, but we're hitting it hard in February and March. And other networks as well. I also dabble in battleground debates. And all I got to say is whoever my next opponent is, you're going down. You're going down.
All right. Sounds good. I'll look forward to that one. But yes, Mr. Steve Mesa, where can we find you?
Oh, could it be Mesa Media? Mesa Media One?
Right here. Yeah. This is a little thing here, but obviously you saved the best for last. That's why you saved me. Check me up at Mesa Media. We are the only Florida-based wrestling production company that matters. But that's the story. I'm also on Jordan's YouTube pages, his channels, where I compete on movie trivia, and I'm 4-time show about trivia champion. Not to brag, but I'm coming for that title, Henry. I'm coming for it because you got it, and I want it. I will be 5-time champ real soon.
Yeah, sounds good, man. We'll look forward to those matches for sure. So, but. Austin, where can we find you?
So I'll just plug me and Henry Confidential, aka Henry Sanchez, have a show called Let's Rank Stuff, and this upcoming week we'll be doing kind of in honor of Nightmare Alley. We'll be doing Guillermo del Toro movies, so we'll be ranking del Toro's films. So that should be fun. He's got a wider range of stuff, and so we'll be doing that, and then I will be taking 1 week off to prep for the Batman because we're going to be doing a giant Batman ranking. So like all 15 theatrically released films featuring Batman, we're going to be doing a giant Batman ranking. So we're going to take a week off just so we can prep for that if we need to prep for that, and also give us a chance to see the Batman once or even possibly twice, in the theater, so we can rank it properly. So we'll be back basically the Wednesday after the Batman comes out with that one, but we're gonna take a week off before, I believe, just because it's so many movies. It's our biggest one we've done yet, so that's gonna be interesting. So that'll be a lot of fun. But next week in the immediate future, Del Toro, and I also do a show with our buddy Jacob Barber, who's taking a little mental health social media break. So we love you, Jacob. If you're watching, we'll be back better than ever in a couple weeks with a podcast about movies, and and he does a podcast about wrestling with Jordan Owens. So we look forward to whenever he comes back, man. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Jacob Barber let us know that he'll be back. We're going to be doing Mr. Jordan Owens' top 64 favorite movies of all time on March 4th, one episode of Tournament Fight. He said he'll be back just in time for that. So we'll have him back then. Yeah, and then you can find us all over the social media, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff at Movie Hero 2121. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, we definitely ask that you do that and hit the little notification bell, because sometimes we have random games that we like to play, random shows that we just throw up from time to time, so you can stay updated with all that stuff. And it really helps our channel out a lot. I mean, we really appreciate it a lot. And you can find our poll tomorrow with the the Elite Eight over in the Schmodown Friends and Family group over on Facebook. So that'll be up maybe like midday tomorrow. And then just to preview a couple episodes we have coming up. So we're actually going to be having Jordan Owens on quite a bit the next little bit. He's going to be on both episodes next week. We're actually going to be doing our comedy championship on Tuesday. So we ranked every decade of comedy from 1970 all the way to now, and we came up with a top 10 for a tier ranker fight for every decade to run the top 50 in a big comedy championship.
So now we're going to try to determine the top 10 of all, basically of the last 50 years. So literally, it's going to be a show of where we're trying to rank. So we're trying to rank, stuff like Blazing Saddles, The Young Frankenstein against Ghostbusters, against Step Brothers, against 40-Year-Old Virgin, against Dumb and Dumber and Tommy Boy and Airplane and all kind of Spaceballs, everything.
Fun.
So it's basically we've done it before with our we did it before with our horror series. We've eventually built up to where we had to get our top 10 horror of the last 15 years, and that was tough. So if it's anything like that, it's gonna be a real big task to try to come up with all these S tier movies that we ranked and trying to determine a top 10 out of those. So that's gonna be crazy, but it's gonna be fun.
So, looking forward to it, but at the same time, I'm not looking forward to like what we have on the list. I'm like, but then we're also going to be doing the best sitcoms of the 2000s. So we're doing a little thing where we're going to throw the sitcoms also, and we're eventually going to have a sitcom championship coming up in about a month or two. And so we're on to the 2000s for that. And then we also have best comic book movies set in a larger universe. So we already did the best non-shared universe comic book movies. So now we're moving on to like the Marvel, the DC, the X-Men, all of that stuff. So we're going to be doing a big tournament fight for that. And then we also have a tournament fight for Jordan Owens top 64, which I already mentioned. So that'll be on Friday, March 4th coming up. And then we also have part 2 of our series for best One Crazy Night movies coming up too. So we're making that a 3-part series.
We already did 64, but there were so many of them we had to do 2 parts. So we had 128 total movies. So we had to do a whole nother 64 One Crazy Day or Night movies, and so we have to do a whole nother one. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the Sweet 16 from both those episodes, and then do another bracket of 32, a mini bracket, and determine Ultimate Championship. So all those can go up against each other and determine like a real winner. So we'll have a mini winner and then like a real winner. So it's going to be fun. The same thing we're going to do with the rom-coms. We had so many rom-coms. There's like 128 of them, we put together that we had to do a 2-part of rom-com. We can't just pick 64. There's been too damn many. So,
when there's so many like that, you can't fit it onto one episode. We had to come up with a way to kind of split it up a little bit. But and then just one more I wanted to mention. On Friday, March 11th, we're going to be doing best action heroes of all time. So we're going to put like whatever the most popular 64 action heroes that we can come up with. We're going to consult a lot of top 100 lists and things for that to try to find the top 64 of all time, put them into a tournament fights, and so we'll determine who the best action heroes of all time. So that'll be a fun time too. So, but I think that's pretty much everywhere that you can find me and where you can find the things for our channel. So thanks again to all my panelists for being on the episode tonight. This was a fun time for sure. So and we'll be having a couple more Oscar series coming up, like probably at least like 4 or 5 of these more. We're going to go back at least to like the 70s, maybe in the 60s. We're kind of debating on it, how far we want to go back. But you'll see some more of these for sure. So, but that'll do it for us tonight though. So for Chad, for Jordan Owens, wherever you are, for Steve Mesa, for Austin, I've been Jordan Movie Hero Anderson, and we will see you next time.